Gather, my party, and let us recall exactly what just happened to us all. It all started in Cersei's cave. Well, I guess now it's Cersei's grave. Inside a dresser, we found some treasure, and Seder made a new best friend forever. There was a dress and a necklace, both beyond beauty, and a belt that helped the wearer get booty. Cersei's rod ALL acquired, and to catastrophe we all retired. Borgas met an old acquaintance, and Hatchet inquired about portal maintenance. Metheus, wise and profound, informed us all on what we found. And as Borgas was testing the dress-changing lesson, a flustered Sin was stressing, and suddenly she passed out. And in Metheus' bed she's resting. A gentle touch, an awkward blush, Lucinda may just know too much. And we all feasted on phallic food, and that put the party in the mood. Hold on, got to switch page. To protect Cassandra. That didn't rhyme.
Obviously, you have a nickname for Cassandra that does rhyme.
Yeah, obviously. To the prison we made haste to help Cassandra find a better place. And another place she indeed did go, for a portal cut her in half and swallowed her whole. The blood splattered and the alarms clattered, and the guards blamed us for the matter. And here I stand without a clue on what the hell I'm supposed to do.
Yay!
That's it. You know, just off the
God bless.
just off the top of my head, no big deal. I actually had writer's block on the last 3 paragraphs. I could not think of anything until I woke up like 30 minutes ago. I'm like, okay, God, think of some. God, I just sat there at the edge of my bed, like, oh, come on, Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Borges, you can have inspiration if you want.
Yeah.
Let's...
Actually, I may have something else prepared if we get there this session.
I'm so scared. Where are you going?
I'm scared of what you've prepared.
Okay. So let's see. I think I'm just going to do a quick recap of just the last little bit so people can get their reactions in, but probably going to end up in the same spot. Abel somehow teleported. I'm pretty sure Abel's actually in... Why are there 2 Abels?
Did I get moved?
There are
No,
2
because
Abels.
I was showing him that he could do it, but then I couldn't move the token after.
I
understand.
didn't know what you were talking about, actually.
Okay,
Sorry.
I was like, holy shit, you
Yeah,
replicated.
you could drag it from the journal onto the page if you need to put your token out. For some reason.
So I can make... But would he... But he can't move it afterwards?
You can still move it. I can't.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
so you can take it out, but you can't move it. What?
So I can make it so you guys have to put your characters out versus me?
Yes, you could.
No,
Oh.
Paul, he's saying you could have moved it, but since he was the one who put it out, he couldn't move it because it's your character. He didn't put his own out, he put yours out.
I don't
Oh,
have...
no, I knew that. I was confused. Never mind.
Okay. But yeah, you would have been able to move that token if you tried.
No.
Theoretically, at least. I don't
Yeah,
know.
theoretically. We
Weird.
haven't tested it.
Okay. So, what's happened is the entire... as you're talking to Cassandra, Borges handed her the journal. The entire area started getting dark as if it was absorbing light from the surrounding area. And from the center of Cassandra, a horizontal purple portal of some kind seems to cut her in half. She screams loudly that kind of ends in a nice little shrill that falls off as the portal rotates and collects both her halves as she's cut in two. And both end up going through the portal in different ways, scattering. Yeah. The portal spins to make it like it's an oval-shaped portal, but it spins to make it look like a sphere for a split second. Before blood goes nice and everywhere, nice little splatter marks everywhere. I kind of may have exaggerated a little bit on how much blood was there, but there's a decent amount at the very least. Let's see. And through the spherical portal, you guys see a flash of the eyes that I put in resources tab.
Well, Sin would also scream.
Nice.
Very nice and
Reasonable.
shrill and piercing.
Yeah. Blood also coats Spin, and it's mostly just Sin and Borgus. But I mean, there's splatters on Hatchet, who's not there, and a little bit on Akiko. Maybe Abel got a little bit on him. ALR and Lucinda are far enough back that they are clean. The guard that was on the left-hand side that was pseudo taking a nap wakes up from all the screams and starts rushing towards you guys, as well as other guards in the area. He immediately sees all the screaming and the blood spattered everywhere, and he screams out an alarm as other guards come rushing in.
Guards, help, help.
What happened? As guards start filing in.
We were just and the portal.
What?
What?
No. We didn't do anything. No. It wasn't us. No.
What? He examines this cell. He's like fiddling with his keys, trying to rush into the cell, and he drops it a couple times as he's rushing in, trying to figure out what
kind of prison are you renting here? I mean, goddamn.
Son, Borgus, what just happened? Did you see anything?
Just the portal in the prison.
Stealth.
Sin's trying to cast prestidigitation, but it's just not working.
There was a portal and she exploded. Please help.
What? So let's see. So this guard has finally got to the keys open and is just looking around the entire room. So confused. He's actually tracking a little bit of bloody footprints places now.
It was him, the guy in the cave. No,
the captain comes half sprinting down the hall. The other guards kind of move aside. He's like, "What is going on down here?"
Cassandra, she's dead.
The guard goes up to the bars, and the captain actually he kind of pushes past you guys a little bit and starts looking in the cells, saying,
Actually, going back away from the cell a little bit.
"Oh." The guard that's opened up the cell just kind of runs back out. Now it's still coating bloody footprints back, and he's like, "She's dead, sir. She's gone." What? Let's see.
Can I go investigate the cell if the guards are out of it?
The gate is completely open. Yeah, you could.
I'm going to take a quick look inside. I'm going to inspect the walls and the spot where she was standing.
Okay. There is a decent amount of blood on the ground, so you are tracking blood when you go through.
That's okay. I'm already bloody.
Sure. Roll. Give me an idea of what you're looking for.
Okay. I don't know if you said it this session. Last session, you said after the portal swallowed her and we saw the eyes, it zoomed backwards through the wall.
Yeah, I had it that way. I've altered it slightly. I was gonna have it like that way, but I like it this way better. It's just, the portal never moved this time. Sorry.
Okay, it just disappeared. Then
Mhm.
I'm just kind of investigating the ground where she was standing, seeing if maybe something got shot through where she was standing, or if like anything feels weird. I don't really have a
Sure, give me an investigation check.
yeah,
I will go back
investigation.
to you, Satyr, but it's gonna be a bit.
And go. Oh, hey. I smart.
It looks like a bloody mess.
I could probably tell that by just looking at it.
So the captain's just is just standing at the cell doors, looking around as Borges is investigating the blood pile. As the captain turns back to your group. So, what exactly happened? He's looking between each of you.
Well, Borges.
This portal appeared and like cut her in half.
Yes. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. So, we were sitting in a bar when this dwarf named Jacoby walked in.
We were asked to come here by the head of the Catastrophe Guild because he believed Cassandra would be in danger, and he was right.
Honestly, not in danger anymore.
Does anyone have a towel?
we just got you to agree to come exit your prison like you want it, and come back with us. I mean, the guard
I
must have
wanted you
heard
to
us,
get
right?
rid of her, but not like this.
No, she was
We
going to come with us
didn't.
peacefully. The guard overheard us, right? I look over at the guard that was leaning against the wall.
Captain turns to each one of you, so confused, goes, whatever, let's just, so, sorry, I wouldn't say whatever. He would say, so you're saying she went through a magic portal and left all her blood?
Well, no, she kind of died, and then she exploded, and then her body went through the portal.
Yeah, it's almost like the portal went through her.
In an anti-magic field.
Yeah, that's why it's so confusing.
Stop lying to me.
We're not.
What really
We're
happened?
not like.
Do you see a body?
What do you think happened then in this anti-magic prison that made the body disappear?
He puts his hand on his face, looking around.
Listen, it doesn't make any sense. We know that, but neither does accusing us. There's no body. If we had killed her, there would be a body. We can't use magic down here either. She's been trying to clean the blood off of herself with magic, for God's sake.
Are you sure that cell in particular is magic proof?
The guard walks in. The captain walks in.
Lock him in! Lock him in! No.
He seems to be playing with the gem on his helmet. After a few moments, he walks back out and says, the anti-magic field is still in full effect.
Then what the hell happened?
That's what we want to know.
That's what we want to
That's what
know.
we want to know.
We were just here at the wrong time. We had nothing to do with this. We came to try to prevent this, but obviously we were not in time.
Obviously, you are covering for each other. Let's interrogate them individually. He immediately walks back to his guards and starts barking orders back between them. And
What are the orders?
The orders are to collect the suspects, and we will find out what happened here.
I grab Lucinda's hand.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see. While that's happening, we can jump back to TJ for a split second. TJ, you are trying to sneak in to get your cat girl. When you go down the spiral staircase, trying to stealth in a terrible way, you see a guard that's apparently yelling back and forth with Sabrina in this main hall. I'm using this nice spiral to represent the spiral staircase.
over up to Sabrina.
Okay.
Sabrina, what happened?
Whatever. And it looks like that guard has no idea what is going on, but he just keeps yelling for Sabrina to go back up to the main common area of the bureaucratic upper side. And Sabrina seems intent on going through, and he's has a hand on her shoulder, and he seems to be impeding her.
Do I see any other guards?
You see two other guards down the hallway, as well as this one here. This one is looking around. This one is mostly peeking around this corner, trying to figure out what's going on. This one is just so confused, and he's kind of like pacing in circles. And the middle one is pacing in circles. This one is stopping. Has the hand on Sabrina, who is stopping her from going forward.
Sabrina, wait, hold on. Has the guard explained what's going on?
No, he has no clue what's going on.
What's going on?
There's been an incident. Please go back to the common ground. We will handle this. Sorry, no civilians in this area during a lockdown.
Hmm. But wait, my friends are in there. Are they okay?
You'll know more when we know more.
Where's the captain?
He's handling the incident.
We have business with the captain.
Your business might be delayed.
Okay. Come on, Brina. We have to. There's something more we could do here.
Sabrina lets out a dejected sigh and says, "But my sister,
We'll figure it out.
she's in trouble."
But we can't do anything inside this magic field. Prometheus will know what to do.
She seems antsy, but backs down and agrees to follow you.
I'll kind of comfort her on the way out.
Like lay hand over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. You can be doing that. And
I mean, as soon as I'm allowed to, I'll teleport back to Prometheus's. But I'll take 2 minutes, so.
it will. And you can't do it from down here. I assume you go upstairs to do so.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to take 2 minutes. So let's jump back to the group.
Before we do anything, can I go into the cell and use my I forget what it's called, the God Touch ability?
You can. The downside is it's at actually.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure because I didn't know if
You know what?
if it would work.
Well, let's see. I was debating whether it follows. You know what? If you really want to, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay. You go in the cell. You feel nice little tingles on the back of your neck, and you see what you expect.
Blood everywhere.
Well, besides blood everywhere.
Yeah. Sorry, give me 1 second. So do I see her spirit, or do I
You
need
do.
to like
You
confirm?
do.
Okay. Okay, so do you know what might have done this to you?
She says, it must be the ones from my visions.
Can you elaborate more? Like I don't. Sorry, the person that knows nothing about what's going on is the one asking the question. So
That's true. Um, I believe the Sisters of Fate have come for me.
this is a fate. Who are they?
You must know, she says. The three sisters that's of fate determining all that waged war with the gods years ago.
Abel, what are you doing in there? Who are you
Quiet!
talking
I'm
to?
talking to somebody.
Guys,
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
she never did this before, I swear.
I'm so sorry about this. Are you okay, Lucinda?
She's a little shaken and her ears are completely down. She just has her eyes really wide and she's like, what is going on?
We don't know either, but it sucks.
Uh,
Oh, I just had an idea. Hey, Borgas, if you could ask Cassandra anything, what would it be?
Um, uh, how do we get out of this mess?
Cassandra, how do we get out of this mess?
Yes, that's what I would say.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay,
I think you might, based on how things are turning out, you guys might end up the same way I did.
Like, I don't want to end up as a blood stain all over the walls.
I don't either. Who are you talking to?
Shut up!
Can we tell what he's doing based on context?
Sure. I mean, you know what? Give me just an insight check. It's really low. Give me a DC 11. Yeah, you're good. You can figure it out.
He's attempting to speak to Cassandra's corpse?
Yes.
Or, not corpse, but spirit?
Not corpse.
Yes.
Yes. That
That's
is one
what
of
I was
my
thinking too.
abilities.
I thought that's why he got rid of the body.
Move over here close to Borges. I moved under Borges by mistake.
Left. No.
I was like, I don't think ethereal beings usually follow the
I
same
can-
physics as
I can-
mortal, so it wouldn't make sense for ethereal
I know,
spirit to go
whisper
through.
to Borges. I think he's trying to talk to Cassandra. Is your friend nuts?
She didn't used to be, but she did spend a few years on a boat. Maybe she went ship crazy.
Yeah,
That's a thing, right?
I think she went crazy. It's called, I forget what it's called, Ocean Madness?
I'll
Hey, if
I'll
any of
go-
y'all have any
I'll go-
questions y'all want to ask Cassandra, you better tell me right now.
Do-
Yeah, you guys have a few seconds as the captain turns back to your group and says, we're not arresting you, but we are bringing you to a holding cell for interrogation. Assuming our interrogation assuming everything goes as you said, you will be free. But we need to contain the situation immediately. As he does so, the 4 guards start approaching your group.
I before the guards come, I just touch Abel's shoulder. I'm like, you doing all right, buddy?
Can't you see I'm trying to talk to somebody?
Look,
Seriously,
I
if you have
know-
any other questions you want to ask Cassandra, you better tell me right now. We don't have much time.
I know the situation you just went through was very dramatic, but she's gone.
No,
we
she's
we
right
watched her
there.
die.
I'm talking to her spirit. She's right there. I point in
Her
front of me.
spirit.
Yes.
You should whisper. I see dead people.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that.
Are you using a spell
Oh, now
sheet
it's
today?
ruined. Wait, who said that?
The disembodied voice of Seder.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that earring. I was like, how can you hear anything?
I can't.
No, the earring doesn't work down here.
I mean,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you are like super loud over here, they might be able to hear you. But I
Well, I
mean,
mean, I did yell like "shut up" like 3 times.
you hear probably muffled yells in the distance is all you would hear,
Sure.
TJ. Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to make it out.
But if you're asking out of character, it's his god ability, which apparently still works in a magic expression Jill.
Okay, makes sense.
But then
Yeah, I can
character, yeah,
talk to like.
he's just crazy. She's just crazy.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
Speaking of, the guards are approaching your group. Are you guys resisting pseudo arrest?
Nope.
I don't think we should.
I'll just go back to
You're
holding
right.
Lucinda's hand and hope for the best.
Okay.
I
They
don't know. Sin might put up a fight.
each guard has a pair of manacles, and they apply it to each member of your group.
Thing.
If we're not under arrest, surely these aren't necessary.
Especially if we come willingly.
These are just for precaution. They will be removed once you are deemed innocent.
Very well.
Okay.
Did someone have a towel?
I have. Hold on.
You're like wiping blood from your eyebrows, just like.
I have an old
Oh,
cloak.
I forgot
don't
they were
use
covered in blood.
anymore here.
Actually, no. This guard actually, the guard, the sleepy guard that didn't see anything, actually goes into his rucksack and pulls out a rag and offers it to you, Sin. It looks.
She'll-
It's relatively clean.
What kind of rag is this?
It's cloth. It looks like it was used as the equivalent of a handkerchief, but I mean, there's no snot or anything on it. There are some like black scuff marks on it.
Yeah,
I don't
she'll
think
take
you
it.
have really much choice.
And she'll take it.
I mean, I offer her a completely clean cloak.
Oh, true.
That's true. Which would you prefer?
Both.
Both. You take both.
Nice.
Both is good.
It's my old cloak that I replaced with the magic one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And assuming you guys do nothing, they are leading you back to the cell on the right-hand side. So I'm just gonna grab your entire group. And they lead you all individually into the holding cells.
Yeah, the portal opens up.
Nope.
The end.
Oh, the bloodstain followed us.
The bloodstain did follow you. That was interesting.
Is it magic?
It is not a magic
Actually,
bloodstain. That was
it's actually a red ooze.
we don't need to touch it here. Okay. 2 guards stand by over here, and one stays over here. The
Sorry.
captain
Couldn't resist.
goes up to your group. Also, as he says, let me go. Let me make sure that the adjudicator is able to see you guys. I will be back shortly if he is available. And he runs. He doesn't run off. Why the fuck is a giant gnat in my room? I missed. Whatever.
Did he leave us with our supplies?
You guys are manacled, but you still have everything on you.
Can I reach into my bag and grab out my flask? I need a drink.
You can.
I take a drink.
Also, as you were left in the holding cell, you guys notice that there's another. The cell was not empty. 1 second. There is a bench in this cell, and probably around where Borges is. And in the corner is a huddled figure in a cloak. It looks like to be napping with his head away from your group on the bench. 1 second. Let's jump back to TJ for a split second. You guys teleported back to the guild by this time? Because you would have, as you're casting your circle, probably you would see the captain of the guards and lots of people rushing past you, TJ, going into the upper areas.
Okay. Anybody interesting?
Looks like a guard of importance, but I mean, other than that,
No. All right. I will keep teleporting, I guess.
you guys will be back at the guild for now. We'll just put you off the map. These are escorted. These will be off the map for now as they go upstairs. You got just.
The time to break out that nobility seal.
Yeah, why not?
Do that.
And
Oh wait, I still have mine.
just,
I'm a Thane of Whiterun. Just like count for anything.
Right, one
I
part
thought
of
it
the-
only works in Whiterun though.
I mean, I don't think a Thane does anything. Is a Thane just a thing?
no,
In Skyrim, you get forgiven for lesser crimes. If a guard catches
I
you
don't think
stealing, you
murder
can
is
be
one
like,
of them.
yeah, no, I don't think murder is one of them. But if you get caught stealing, you just say, I'm a Thane, and they'll let you go once.
I mean, I don't
Why are
think
you stealing?
what's a Thane equivalent to a nobility, or it's just like a hero, like a knight.
He was like a hero.
I think it's supposed to be like a city representative, but like you're granted a higher class in the city.
Let's see.
But I don't really know. Skyrim rules are kind of funky.
The as you guys enter the cell, you guys are making a little bit of ruckus. The character in the that was
Non-hereditary noble. So yeah, it might be useful.
the character stirs and takes a gander at your group, and you guys recognize a familiar face.
Is it Crazy Tom?
It is Crazy Tom.
Yes.
Wait, really?
Yes, it is.
My God, he's huge.
He is.
Okay, that's decent hailing. I'm finally starting to kick in.
He's also in resources if you need Abel.
Right.
Let's see. He looks up and takes a gander at your group and is like, "Ah, old friends!" He kind of smiles at you with a jagged tooth line.
Tom, hey, what are you in for?
Oh, this and that. It's just an average Thursday for me. One of the guards on the outside says, actually, it's a Tuesday. Crazy Tom goes back to the guard and goes up to the cells of the door of the guard and says, well, your Tuesday, basically my Thursday. Let's compromise. Well, this will be to Thursday. How about that? And guard looks back and says, what? No, it's Tuesday. Crazy Tom goes back, what? I'm haggling here. Work with me. I'm cutting the difference between mine. You gotta meet me in the middle. The guard goes back. It's a day of the week. You can't haggle a day of the week. Tom goes back. Not with that attitude. You can't. He kind of shrugs his shoulders and walks back to the end of the cell again.
You tell him, Tom.
Isn't Wednesday the middle of the week though? So technically that'd be like the compromise.
Yeah,
Shh. I just stood stable. I'm like, shh.
Let's see.
Hey, Crazy Tom, you know things, right?
Oh, I know everything. What do you need?
How would one open a portal in a magic suppression prison?
Sorry, a what now?
A portal.
What's a portal?
It's like a hole that takes you places.
Oh, Yeah, my friend Benny, he's really good at digging holes. He could if he could dig it maybe like 10, 12 feet down. Oh, you go all the way down to the other side of the world through that thing.
Benny. I turn to the party. Perhaps this Benny knows something.
Oh
Perhaps.
my
How close of an eye are the guards keeping on us?
Not. I mean, they are standing guard. Actually, not particularly. They are distracted. They're talking to one another. I will actually post their conversation.
I would like to, with some finagling, get my lockpicks out of my backpack and undo my manacles.
Okay. Sure. Give me. Yep. That's fine. That's fine. Sure. Give me a.
Thieves' tools check.
Yeah. Let me go find the DC on these. I think it's just 15. Let me go check.
Okay, thieves' tools 4 plus what's our proficiency bonus? Is it 3? It's plus 10. I have expertise in that. I'm pretty sure. That's gonna be a 28.
Yeah, you are able to remove your manacles. Do you want to keep them in place as if they're...
Yes, I keep them in place, but unlocked.
Yes, they are completely unlocked, though. Do you put the thief's tools away, or do you keep it out?
I put them away, unless anyone else asks me for assistance with theirs.
I assume you're doing this quite hiddenly. They might not even notice you doing so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have plans.
I've been with you guys less than a day and I'm already in jail.
Crazy Tom is busy. Looks like he's eating a scrap of bread. He has on like a metal plate type thing on that's just sitting on his bench, and he's just kind of scarfing that down. Crumbs are going everywhere, and a large portion of it's being caught in his beard. And it looks something strange. It looks like a small critter of some kind seems to come out of the beard, take a few crumbs, and then retreat back into his beard.
Yeah.
Well, we've been with you less than a day, and you're trying to talk to corpses that aren't even there.
I can see the spirits of people if they've died recently. I was talking to Cassandra's spirit.
Yeah.
She was there in front of me. You just couldn't see her.
Sure, you can.
Okay.
It's ready. Yourself.
Let's say we do believe you. Where did you learn this power? Because you never were able to do this before.
It just randomly happened. I started noticing like when somebody died around an area recently, and then eventually I could just start talking to the people who were there.
And how? You should know why your character can do that. Shouldn't you? Metheus should have told you. This is out of character, sorry.
I wrote it down somewhere. Sorry. Give me a second.
He's had a dream, and he.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's fairly certain he knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a conversation with Prometheus. That would be up to you.
Sorry. 1 second.
Conversation with all of us. That's why it would feel consistent.
Okay. Hold up. What?
No, wrong one.
Although I don't think he told me what my power was.
Right, I have not yet. He's had his power for a year and a half, so he's had enough time to experiment. So I just told him.
Yeah.
It's
That's
technically
basically
not
like.
fair, but I mean, on the other hand, you guys have had your powers for like 2.5 weeks. He's had it for a year and a half. It kind of makes sense that he would figure it out by now.
Boo. Unfair.
Yeah, whatever.
You're just jealous.
Well, this is why I'm trying to get him to tell us why he has this power so we can realize maybe we have powers. But he's just saying, oh, no, I can just do it.
I didn't really think about like a reason. Like it just, like I said, Trixie just told me like, oh yeah, you can do this. I was like, oh okay. That's basically how it went down.
Well, you know the reason.
Always question everything.
You chose the reason.
While this is happening, the guard comes back. The captain looks back in the cell and is like, "Okay, the adjudicator is ready to see you. Let's start with individually. How about you? He actually points at Abel first. Come with me.
I guess I get up and follow.
Okay.
Later, crazy.
Fuck you.
As Abel goes by, I'd like to whisper, "Don't mention talking to corpses." Very quiet, like.
Okay. So for this thing, I'm going to pull you into a interrogation channel in Discord, and I'm going to have a
Okay.
one-on-one real quick. I'm going to try and streamline this so it's not super boring for you guys. And during this time, I'm going to be continually giving you guys what the guards are saying at the door. Everything you guys are doing in the cell, that's reasonable. You guys can do. If you need me when I'm taking people, I can handle anything you need me to do. If that makes sense.
This is going to make for a very boring recording during this time. Just a warning.
Well, you guys can still
You'll be
talk back
fine.
and forth while you guys are in the cell.
Improvise.
Yeah.
Sabrina, how's
Um,
you just leave?
I was like, yeah, fuck. Here, one sec.
alrighty.
So I'm gonna go steal Abel real quick, and then of course when Abel comes back, you have to interrogate him on his interrogation, which is great.
I'll try to
So
remember everything.
whatever, whatever your character does is fine. Okay, so we're gonna steal Abel. I guess we can go off page.
So what is Sin doing at the moment?
I'm going to continue to give you guys guard chatter in resources tab.
You really don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, do it.
It's been a long time since she's had to manually wipe blood off of herself. So she's just kind of like really out of it.
I would say Borgas notices Sin cleaning herself and then realize there is no blood on his illusionary clothes, which are still there for some
I don't
reason.
think Abel can hear me on the one-on-one, or did he go AFK for a second? Abel, can you hear us?
Maybe his thing sometimes drops out, so he might just connect in a second.
Cool. I'm going to steal Borgus first then,
Okay.
because that makes sense.
So what do we do here, guys?
I am going to draw a square.
I hope this comes out of my dress.
It will.
Do y'all think we could take all the guards?
No.
I mean, I know we could, but we don't want to. We're not because I don't want to be a fugitive in our home-based town.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think about that.
I think you guys can escape.
Hmm.
The real question is, what are they going to do to Akiko?
They're not
I
going
keep forgetting
to do
about her.
anything to Kiki.
You could always claim that Akiko is Sin's child and that she does not want to be separated from her even for a moment, because that would be a human's rights issue.
True.
You're not leaving her in a
Yeah,
jail.
you're right.
Interrogate together or not at all.
This is the worst first date ever.
Satyrs have worse.
What if Lucinda is actually into this type of thing?
I don't like it when you try to give them love potions.
No.
They call it not consensual or something like that. I just suggested that we would make beautiful children together. I'm so glad none of this conversation's canon.
Well,
So, Abel, how's it going? Yep.
Not having a good time right now.
Oh, you're there. Are you there?
Yeah, it should be here. I can hear you guys.
Trixie couldn't talk to you for a bit, so he took
Uh,
Borgus. And
I think my thing's messing up. I'm gonna get out of the channel and get back. Give me 1 second.
well.
what if you guys could just run? You guys just broke out and run. Like, could they actually stop you?
I hate using the mobile app.
Like, like I mean, you guys would take attacks of opportunities, but like, would you actually die?
Hmm.
Not like they know who you are yet. Lock and go, run! Every
There's only
man
like
for
what,
it.
5 of them? 6 of them?
Man, you guys are high level. You guys can just run through, can't you? I mean, it's just one of you gets left behind. That's not a big deal.
So,
Can we just we can stealth our way out? No, I guess not, since they know we're here.
so what we need to do, I think, is just tell them the truth. If we all tell them the same truth, then they have to believe us, right?
Which is why they're separating you.
Then what's the truth you want to tell them?
What happened? So, what do you guys think? Zen, Abel?
I think Brina is really sad right
I can't do anything.
You don't have to do anything. You just have to tell them what happened. We'll be fine.
I think you're right. I think if we all tell them the same thing, they can't really do anything to us.
Remember, we're not under arrest. We're just being questioned, and I'll kind of slyly show everyone that I can take my manacles off and then put them back on.
Wait, can you take mine off too?
I have
like,
no
at least
idea what
loosen
you're
them up?
talking about.
I said that kind of loud. I didn't even think about that.
I've never felt so powerless. Wait. Well,
now. When you're hanging upside down, everyone can see your panels. I hate not being here. Being forced to split.
Why'd you separate? Why'd you separate?
Separate. I was waiting outside for a bit.
Ugh,
I didn't think this was gonna turn like this.
ugh. That's
It's okay,
true.
guys. Even if you guys are convicted and found guilty, I will get Prometheus's help. He'll know what to do.
You'll break us out?
I mean, as long as I can. I mean, I'm sure Sabrina will remind me to break you out. That is the real reason I went back for Catgirl. Because she'll care about her sister enough that she won't stop nagging me. Right? Like, Ed Sater wouldn't forget either. This is
Be back in a moment.
Can we just like show a royal seal or something?
Because you're around. Wait, what?
Couldn't we show like a royal or a noble seal, like a family sigil, whatever it's called?
That would
Don't
give a
you think?
lot of credibility to your story. At the very least. Like, if
Oh,
multiple
shit.
members of different nobility have attested to it, then
Mhm.
like that might keep them from taking Akiko away. Is if since like she and I are a member of this family, and you will not separate us. That might work.
Oof. Hmm.
On the other hand, I don't know what nobility family Sid is a part of. Maybe they're assholes. Could backfire.
Maybe.
Right there with you, though, Sid. I do not like being in a place that I can't cast my spells.
I'm
Me too.
actually useless.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
If we ever really needed combat to survive and this happened, I'd be a dead weight.
Oop, food's here.
Have a dagger?
I mean a dagger. Like what the fuck is that gonna do?
D4 plus dex. Hey, it's not nothing. I mean, I do like a third the damage I do without magic than with magic. So like I completely understand that.
Okay. Borgus
Yay.
is led back in. He is no longer wearing his precious blue robes.
Oh.
Okay. The card comes back. Okay, next. He runs his fingers down and decides,
I'm back.
you there, little girl. And he points at Akiko. Come with me.
Food's here, by the way.
Woo, I like food. Akiko looks back and forth and follows the guard. Seems a little thing.
Sin's very hesitant to let her
Very
go.
hesitant. Did you want to say anything to her as she's walking past you, or no?
I guess before she goes to him, she'll kind of I don't know, make eye contact and be like, I'll always come back for you if anything happens.
She gives your hand a little squeeze and then walks out with the captain of the guards. He takes her off. Did you guys need anything from me while I was here? Besides me talking to myself, which won't actually happen.
No, I mean eventually I'll need to talk to Prometheus.
Right, but I want to handle all this before I go back to you.
Alrighty.
Okay. Borges was only gone maybe 15 minutes or so. It was actually fairly short. As about 15 minutes pass.
In that 15 minutes, I would like to tell the party what happened to me, just so they're prepared. So they took me to interrogation. There's a magic circle. You can try and resist the magic circle, but there's someone there who will be able to tell whether or not you tried to resist the magic circle. And the magic circle, all it does is prevent you from telling lies. Keep in mind, this does work both ways. I did ask the person interrogating me whether they knew what happened, just in case this was an inside thing. The person interrogating me said he did not, so we might have a chance. They seem to believe me, and the fact that I said I don't know what happened to Cassandra.
No, he's telling the truth because he can't lie about telling the truth.
Then again, you don't know if he failed his save or succeeded his save, or if he's the
That
one
was
who
pretty
made it,
smart, actually.
technically, but only the person who made the circle can tell.
Can it work anti-magic fields?
No, it does not. This is all above chambers. They're all being taken above ground into the ground floor level.
Oh, is Jeff getting food?
No,
Yep.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Did you hear everything I said about what's going on?
I did.
Okay, cool. Just
20 minutes pass. Still nothing. About 25 minutes later, the guard comes back alone.
Whoa. What happened to Akiko? Or Kiki? What happened to the little one?
It turns out she was a runaway. We fixed the problem.
You what?
we had papers of a runaway. We identified her. Did you guys know about that you had a runaway in your group?
She just showed up. We didn't know where she was from.
That's what we figured. So, don't worry. We got her back to her family. She's in safe hands. Thanks for looking after her for a while.
That's
It's not everyone who had just taken a child.
good to hear.
Next up, let's. He points at I guess Sin. He points at you. Come with us. Okay.
That's one dead guard.
As soon as the guard walks away far enough, I punch the wall. And then swear to myself.
Strength check. A secondary DM, and this is happening, right? Because I'm not here.
Sure. Strength check. My typing's terrible. I just had a monster and I'm super shaky.
So normal then.
Yeah.
You
19.
you punch the wall really, really hard, and like you get that dust and gravel bit that comes out when you chip a tooth. Except this is a wall. The little gravel comes flying off. Yeah, you do 2 damage to the wall, but you also do 2 damage to your hand. It hurt. A guard hears this and turns around and goes, "Yo, hey, stop that!" And he goes back to what he was doing.
Sorry. There was a fly.
Do you think you got the fly?
Not yet. But I'll get it after this. We're out of here.
We're all going to murder this family, right? Like cold blood. That is our plan.
No.
Oh.
I'm not saying yes,
But
but
you're not saying no?
hopefully.
Okay.
I
Maybe
lean
ask
in.
Crazy Tom what they do with runaways. Like how are runaways processed? Does he know? It feels like he's been around here a lot.
I ask Crazy Tom. Crazy Tom does not respond.
Oh no! When Trixie gets back, ask Crazy Tom what.
Yeah. I lean in real close to ALR. So, do you think she'll remember she can teleport?
I hope so.
Hopefully she keeps her earrings so we can communicate with her after we get out of here. Because, I mean, it's real easy to run away when you can just whoop.
We're gonna have the party broken into like 4 different pieces by the end of it. You can't teleport, by the way, besides Sin.
Hmm?
Who can teleport besides Sin?
No one can, but the cat paw. Akiko has the cat paw.
Cat paw too. Oh,
We all
right.
have cat paws.
You think Akiko could teleport? Oh, that's great! I forgot she has the teleport.
And we can communicate with her if she still has her earrings on. So, easiest kidnapping job ever. Wish ALR wished his kidnapping jobs were this easy.
We have to save her. If she... I don't know what they're gonna do. They might put her in a room where she can't teleport. I don't know. Would they have access to that? They won't know she can teleport, will they?
I'm taking that as Seder.
Unless they asked her in this truth-telling prism.
No.
So either way, we have to try to get a message to her and get her to teleport to Catastrophe. If she can't, for whatever reason, a heist.
Yes, there's no doubt we're getting her back. I care too much about her. God damn it. I don't like children. But of all the children I met, I don't like her the least.
Hmm.
I continue to drink my flask. I offer some to anybody else in the room.
Hey, I'll take some over here.
I hand you the flask.
I take a drink of the flask, and
Okay.
then another drink. I'm gonna hand it back.
All right. I offer some to ALR. You thirsty?
Not right now. Not right now.
I would offer some to Crazy Tom, but I don't know where that mouth's been.
Borgus, Abel, come close. Come here.
I'll escort in closer.
What was the range on those things? It was only 100 feet, because it's only 100 feet. Like, I will never be able to find them.
And I'm going to, when Bobby's back, I'll tell him, but I'm going to try to undo the manacles for both of you. And
Cool.
and I'll tell you, keep them on and act like they're sealed. But this is just in case.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I'll do the same for Lucinda. I'll move over to her. So I'll wait for Bobby to get back before I actually do rolls.
Hey, BB, do you usually end up in jail now?
I mean, I'd like to think it's not a trend.
Uh,
I'm never walking to another anti-magic field again. I don't care if the world's at stake.
Yeah, I agree.
is there a way to get rid of anti-magic fields?
Yeah, wreck the concentration of the person casting it.
Or destroy the gems that are maintaining it, I guess.
The wish spell.
Mm.
So, what do y'all think? Who do y'all think did this?
Did the spell?
Did the portal?
Oh, I have no idea. In
Cassandra
character.
said it was the Sisters of Fate or something like that, like the people who wage war against the gods.
Hey,
Yeah.
Trixie, quick question. What is the range of the earrings?
150 feet.
Damn.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
While you were away, I attempted to undo the manacles on Lucinda, Borgus, and Abel.
Discreetly?
Discreetly.
Okay.
And I will now roll for it. I just wanted to wait
Do
until
you
you're here.
want to roll for them individually, or do you just want it just increase
Each
the
one's
time
plus
it takes?
10. 27, 27, 23.
Yep. All good.
Cool.
Are you guys keeping in place, or no?
Keeping it in place.
Yep.
Okay.
I told
I
you
have-
to do that, so hopefully.
Also, since it's been a half hour since I went to the thingy.
Yes, it has. Is there something you want to be doing at the guild hall during this time?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be talking to Prometheus, but one of the many things I will ask of him is if there's a way to reach the earrings from further away.
Prometheus does not know of a way.
I also punched the wall.
Communicating with
Nice.
anybody in the thing. So she'll be trying to find if there's any way that he can communicate with other people outside of the guild hall.
He cannot. He does not know of a way.
That
His magic
sucks.
is limited to his guild hall, so anything he tries to do outside will cease in doing so. He can't even use sending.
Oh, okay.
Also, sending in a anti-magic field wouldn't work anyways.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not just the anti-magic field, it's also outside the anti-magic.
Right.
I rolled to see if, like, Seder would even think to try to contact friends, even if she thinks that they're in the anti-magic field, to see if they're still there.
Okay.
I rolled pretty high, so I was like, maybe Seder would think to do that.
He could scry for your friends if you wanted to try and know where they were.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Scry and work on something in an anti-magic field. I don't know.
No, but it would work
Yes,
if they left
can
the anti-magic field, because
Right.
the scry would follow
You-
them.
You also wouldn't be able to scry Sin because she has the amulet on.
That's
Or
true.
anyone
Oh, I
near
forgot
her.
that. Anyone near her. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I could scry a Kiko if a Kiko leaves the anti-magic
You
field.
could. Let's see. During this
Okay.
time, it's just a roll me a. I guess it's still a while.
If I scry somebody in an anti-magic field, the scry follows them. It's not dispelled.
Right. You would. I will give you that information in a bit. On you would be able to find Akiko, but I'm gonna assume it's probably been most of an hour by this point. So you find her in location versus where she was, just where she's currently heading.
Okay.
And I'll give you that information in a bit. Let's see. And he goes to the next person. So he would go to.
Okay.
He would take Lucinda. Points to her and says, "Come with me." Takes Lucinda.
Can I
Go
go ahead and roll now for undoing Sen's manacles if she'll allow me?
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be another 27.
Yep, she's free. You guys are all good. About 15 minutes later, they come back. She looks a little shaken, but otherwise, no worse for wear.
Oh, we were going to have a chat while
Sorry.
she was away.
While she was gone. Sorry. Yeah, we can do that.
What did they say anything about Akiko?
They did. They just asked me if I knew she was a runaway, and I said yes. Of course. I mean, they know who I am now, too. So, Lord knows how that's going to go.
Don't suppose your name could get us out of this?
I don't think so. But who knows? Perhaps at the end of it.
Who are you?
That is the real question, right? And then we have your last section of guards as they come back for. Unless, do you have anything more you guys want to do?
Oh yes. Does Brina know how to contact somebody outside of a magic field?
Sabrina has.
Does anybody at the
There's
guild know
cough.
something? That's what I'm asking.
The kill hall's mostly empty. Gary's still there, as well as Natasha left. But Gary's still there. He's heavily drinking.
Oh, no sending.
He doesn't know away though. If you ask him.
I do not.
Does your worm know?
No, my worm. I mean, fuck it. What are the chances that it would actually do it though? No, I wouldn't be able to. Not reliably, at least. Okay.
Going back to. Do you guys have anything you want to say before Lucinda comes back?
I also want to instruct Sen to keep the manacles on and pretend like they're locked, just like I did for everyone else.
Okay. He comes back with Lucinda, who looks a little shaken, but otherwise seems fine, and says, "Okay, last one. Who did I not get?" He rummages his fingers through. You there in the hood. Actually, are you wearing a hood?
No.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a cloak, but it doesn't have the hood up.
Okay, you there in the cloak.
Because I still haven't mastered putting the hood on without eating
That's
myself.
true. I was like, maybe you should talk to Prometheus about that.
I think I already did. I just didn't ever put that knowledge into practice.
Got it. Okay. He points to you. I assume you follow him?
Yes.
Okay. He pulls you aside and... Okay. So up here, I assume you can hear me, right?
No.
Oh, dang. Up here, you're pulled into, you go up the stairs, you go down the hallway a little bit and go down the left. You see a chamber that inside has a rather large desk, and the man I posted in resources is also there, who seems to be in charge. You have 2 guards posted on your side, and you're currently wearing your manacles that are unlocked, but you have them in place.
On the way,
Yep.
Before we see the scary-looking man,
Yep.
I want to say to the captain, is there really a need for these manacles among friends?
He says,
Does he turn to look at me as he says that?
yes, he does.
I remove the manacles and then put them back on. And show, come on, these really aren't doing anything, are they?
He sighs and kind of, puts 2 fingers on his temple and is like, that's fine, fine. He takes the manacles from you, and puts them back on his little waistband belt thingy. And he says, "But don't make trouble. I'm watching you."
Of course.
Okay. And he leads you into a chamber. As you're about to step inside, you get a hand on your shoulder, and he says, "We do require that you submit to interrogation." And knowingly puts a hand out forward as you step into what is a circle of truth. You are permitted a roll against it if you want to resist, but the person who made the circle will know that you've resisted. And they explain this to you beforehand before you go in.
Understandable.
But not in D&D terms. Sorry.
I understand.
Cool. You step in. Do you resist?
No.
Okay. You're in a zone of truth. You cannot tell any deliberate lie, but of course you can walk around the questions and the answers and sorts to do so to your benefit. If that makes sense. I assume you're well aware and I don't need to explain that.
Now, Captain, are you also under the effects of this spell?
The captain and the other guard that also comes in with you also walks into the circle. You don't know whether they've made or whether they're resisting or not.
But I asked him.
But you asked him. He says, obviously, everything in this chamber will only the truth should be heard by our high judicator. And he nods towards you.
Great. Where is Akiko?
We sent her back home to her family.
Where is she right now? Has she already arrived? Is it too late?
It's really not that far. It's been most of an hour since then. She says, I think she should be arriving by now.
Very well. On with this pointless line of questioning.
He leads you in. First, for the record, the adjudicator stands and looks over at you, gives you a glance over, and is like, please state your name for the record.
Moonshadow.
Moonshadow. Interesting. And why are you in the city?
I originally was in the city looking for... Let's see. What was I here for? That's a good question. Did I come looking for work? I'm asking out of game. I came here...
You kind of came with the rest of the party. You were originally in the other city looking for work. So you...
I came here both on a bounty contract and to speak with Cassandra Delacont.
Yes,
Upon
I do
arriving
believe...
here, I found and joined the Catastrophe Guild along with my companions, and since then we have been carrying out work on behalf of their leader, Prometheus. Or Metheus, as he goes by.
Understandable. Go on.
That's it. That's why I'm here.
Oh, sorry. Okay. And in your own words, tell us what happened in the incident.
Well, I was a bit off to the side, but I didn't get a great view of everything. What I saw and what my companions described to me is a portal appeared in the middle of Cassandra when we came to rescue her from here. Not rescue, came to retrieve her from here, I should say. A portal appeared in the middle of her, splitting her in half, and then her body went through the portal. There was a shower of blood everywhere and a scream from both her and from one of my companions.
And do you know who killed her?
One of my companions seems to think that it was the Fate sisters that killed her.
What do you think?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about these Fates. Only that they're dangerous.
And very well, your story does match up with the others. We just have one last question for you.
Very well.
Did you know? How would they phrase this? I'm trying to be fair without cheating. We have a few undercover agents in the lower outskirts of the lower parts of the city, and we've heard tales of we've heard that there potentially people were planning to kill Cassandra. Have you heard about this?
I was asked by one of my shadier contacts in the city to put an end to Cassandra, which I refused to do because I don't normally kill non-criminals.
Actually, you didn't refuse.
Didn't
You didn't
I?
accept it. No, you said, "Interesting. I'll take that in consideration." You said something along the lines you were wanting to be iffy on it.
Okay, and I will reword my statement.
Yep.
I was offered a job by one of my shadier contacts to get rid of Cassandra, which I did not accept because I normally do not
That's
kill innocents.
Great way of saying it. I like it. And you, of course, reported this to the higher authorities, right?
In my line of work, we tend to take care of our own business. Cassandra was locked safely in a jail cell, seemingly free from its attackers and assailants.
You didn't take this threat seriously?
I did not. I did not think it was a serious threat, and I do not think that he was related to this.
Interesting.
He
And
is a small-time player, not anyone with the ability to bypass an anti-magic field.
will you give up your contact?
I would certainly prefer to not. I do not believe he had anything to do with this.
He starts whispering with the adjudicator starts whispering with the captain for a bit on the other side. What about a compromise? Would you be willing to give us the name of your contact if we do so discreetly investigate, with no mention of you?
What if I offer a deal? Return Akiko to our group, and I'll let you investigate in whichever way you'd like.
You have claim to her?
She does
did
not.
we-
She
we
has no
referred to her
desire.
family. Her family has been trying to reconnect with her. She's what claim do you have higher than her family?
Adjudicator, you know full well that I cannot tell a lie under this effect, correct?
That is correct.
I will then recount the tale Akiko told me of everything that happened with her family.
Ooh, nice. We have had reports of nobles abusing their powers, and we will investigate this. But unless you have a claim to her, we will not violate that until our investigation is complete. It might be a few months of investigating.
Our claim, we have a claim, and that is the claim of an adopted family. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Be that as it may, she is a child, and until she is able to hold her own, her family still has claim to her.
In that case, you have no deal.
This will make you. We will consider this as being overly suspicious, as we as we decide upon our verdict. Are you okay with this?
It is not suspicious in any way to not. It is not suspicious in any way when the man whose information you seek is unrelated to the crime that has been committed.
That's only what you think. We haven't done our investigation. What makes you think your investigation's stronger than ours?
I do have a +8 to investigation. That's a joke there.
I figured.
Well, it's my line of work. I'm a bounty hunter. A fair amount of that involves investigation.
Be that as it may, I trust my royal guard, my guard force has been very diligent in this matter. You have no. We will conduct our own investigation. We will deliberate for a short while, unless you have anything else you'd like to add.
If you will investigate these claims into the Nakata family,
We will.
then I will give you. Then I will give you the name of my contact.
Very well.
As long as you agree to conduct this investigation, both investigations, subtly and without posing any harm to my contact or Akiko.
Our investigations do have a dangerous line of work, but we will do our utmost, as of course it is required.
Very well. The man who wanted Cassandra killed is Tino. You may have heard of him.
The captain kind of looks down and says, "Yes, I know of him. He runs one of the casino joints. I believe he's the golden rings. What the fuck did I name that?
I don't
golden
know.
rings. I think it was like golden circles or golden arcs, or I'm gonna call it 3 golden rings.
The Golden Arches.
Yeah, he runs McDonald's. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we will deliberate, and we will get you back to the cell. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Not at this moment.
Okay. You're taken back to the cell.
Since I must do that.
Hello.
Hello,
I rush over to Dale. Are you okay? You were there for a while.
traitor. And after we let you live,
Say what?
Traitor.
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 Yes, everyone, by the way, sees me walking back with no manacles on, just walking freely beside the
That's
couch.
true.
and then
Oh,
you
that's
shouting,
even
"Traitor."
worse.
Traitor.
Traitor. We were speculating on what it was taking LR so long, and we think we were talking like, do you think he said he was the one trying to get Akiko back to her family, and we all took her? He's trying to pin it on us so he can walk free, and now you're a traitor. And I'm like,
Traitor.
And then I go back inside the cell, if that helps.
You do go back inside the cell.
oh,
We will deliberate for a few minutes. We will be back for you guys shortly. And he goes off.
you did never question Abel, but
Yeah,
I
you
don't
never
think Abel knows
questioned
too
me.
much.
I was. You wanted. Abel was distracted.
Don't
I was like, he was my
remind
first on the list to
Don't
interrogate.
remind him.
I was distracted.
Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. Well,
I just like the idea of Abel going in there being like, I don't know these fucking people, and then leaving.
I swear that
Abel
wasn't
knows
my plan. I had no
fucking
intention
nothing,
of doing that.
Like, you can throw them all in jail to rot.
it's a short interrogation for Abel.
Uh,
Unless there's anything you wanted to do differently than the others, I'm going to assume that you basically said, I know nothing, I'm not responsible, hands clean.
there was something different I wanted to do though. if that was
Okay.
alright.
Okay, I'll jump you. 1 sec.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
Well, that was a stressful experience.
What happened in there?
They asked me questions. I had to, unfortunately, betray one of my old friends, slightly.
Biggest fetish.
So you're saying you betrayed an old friend for your new friends?
Who is really best girl at Eramaga Sensei?
Something along those lines. Yes.
I
I
I
had
go
to give up one of my contacts.
I go up to ALR and I give him a big hug.
Oh, return the hug.
Oh, I knew you'd be on our side. Never doubted it.
Of course, and I think we should be worried about Kiki, but I think I may have helped that situation.
Oh, good.
What about the
You
murder?
are the man. You know what? I will never bring up the fact that you were a child kidnapper ever again.
Drunk.
I'll level that place before they have her.
I'm having
Oh.
a very long conversation with Prometheus during all this time. It's been like 2 hours. Right? Where these
You okay,
characters-
Jeff?
A little bit.
minutes. Like, we have 2 hours with Prometheus to like try to figure out what to do about Akiko and everybody else. Maybe take the magic items that we forgot. Something useful in there.
The rod of anti-magic fields.
That would have been useful 2 seconds ago.
Rod of the rod of always successful against Zone of Truth.
The route of everybody believing we're just innocent automatically.
The rod of super duper persuasion. Like per day, get a natural 20 on your persuasion or deception checks. Convince everybody you're a hamster.
I pulled a fucking what's it called? A power move on the guard captain. It was pretty funny.
Oh, sweet.
We were walking, and I was like, oh, "Come on, are you sure we need these manacles among friends?" And as soon as he looked at me, I took them off and then put them back on. I was like, "They're not doing anything."
That one
Nice.
guard fucking up his job. Can't put on manacles right. Can't can't
Out
keep
of
an eye on-
game. Out of game, I think the captain of the guard's in on it. Borgas knew enough to question the guy questioning him to make sure he wasn't in on it, but I think the captain is.
Did you ask
So-
to talk to the captain? Say, look, I'm not going to say anything except to the captain.
No, I did not. There were other guards in the room, but I think one of them, someone's in on it. This is definitely an inside job.
Could be Mr. Tom. You ever think about that?
Mr. Tom, yeah.
Yeah. I shush in like, shh, he's right there. I assume he's just passed out though.
What should I do, guys?
I'm actually very sus of Tom right now because he just happens to be here. None good ever happens with this guy.
You guys think I should do? Blue?
Whatever. I don't know. I would not know what I'd be doing in your situation. Probably
Yeah.
drinking.
What do you think, Sin? What should I do?
I'm not sure if Prometheus is gonna have the answers, but he might have some way to help.
There's got to be somebody in damn town that knows sending. God's sakes. Like, it's
You
a
can
highly magic like town. Like, somebody's got to know sending and could send a message for like a fee or something. I feel
You
like all
can-
I have to do is tell Akiko to use her paws and she'll get out.
It's true. I mean, Akiko could probably, even if she did get sent back to her place, she could probably get out with the tattoo.
Yeah, I mentioned that before.
You have to
Yeah,
remind her
so-
she can do it.
You can make missing posters of us. Have you seen my friends? And then just draw us. Lost cat girl. Answers by Lucinda.
I wonder how Lucinda's interview went.
You can ask her. She's right here.
I know, but I can't.
Too nervous to talk to her.
I don't know. Every time I say something to her, she's just silent.
Oh, she's giving you the silent treatment. What'd you do?
Nothing. This time.
Is it because we killed Cassandra? Sorry.
No.
I can say shit like that. The DM's not here to punish me for it.
The guards are, though.
They don't hear us. They're the DM. They don't hear us.
If Lucinda can't talk, they can't hear.
And
Yes.
she did talking about fucking pie.
Oh, are they talking about pie now? I haven't caught up.
Yeah.
Actually telling the truth.
I'm
Yeah.
using an appropriate level of drama.
What if there was something in the pie and she like swallowed it and it just opened because you know how it was like in the middle of her? Maybe that was it.
Maybe there was something in the pie. Oh, that's
That happened.
interesting.
Yeah. Because how else would they be able to pinpoint exactly where she was? You know?
Mm. And it
In
did
the
slice
cell?
her through her stomach.
Yep.
Pie?
What pie?
Yo, I think you guys talking about a pie.
Yeah. Read the resources, the chat.
I skimmed it, but I obviously missed some.
Somebody brought her pie.
Butler Walter delivered a few things for her.
Oh, that's what went through her stomach.
Oh,
Exactly.
Walter
That's what I was
delivered
saying.
something. The butler did it.
Delicious evidence.
Well, maybe the butler was just delivering it from somebody else.
I don't know. I would not put it past Bobby to have the butler do it.
Fucking Walter.
That sounds like a Bobby thing to do.
Oh, look.
Don't tell me my poor Cecile had something to do with this. My queen, my angel, the light of my life, the moon in the sky.
Oh, okay, I see what he's doing. He made a reference.
Okay, I'm trying to read it. I might go off mic so I can concentrate on this because I'm actually super curious now.
Mr. Custos. Who's that? That's got to be a reference to someone in Greek mythology. Reverse that. Suck. Never mind.
Walter! So there were letters. What happened to the letters?
I just read it. You know what? I'm totally on board with Sin's theory. I really think Bobby would have the butler do it.
It's Cassandra Delacont, right?
Yes.
Maybe he did it unwittingly.
Maybe.
He's mind control in this universe.
Or maybe, I mean, he's not the one to bake the pie, to be honest. He would have just delivered it.
It was Cecile.
Oh, poor Cecile. There's no Cecile in Greek mythology, is there?
They're back.
Are they?
They're not back in Discord, but their images are back.
Okay. He brings him back, and leads him back to the cell and says, "Okay, we're going to deliberate for a couple minutes, and we'll be with you guys shortly." Captain walks away.
So what happened in there? Oh, there she is. So what happened in there?
I certainly didn't sell you guys out.
That's oddly specific.
I swear I didn't sell you guys out one bit.
Scout's honor.
What
Swear on me,
exactly
Mom.
did you tell them?
Just told them that I have no idea what's going on and that I barely met you guys today.
Crazy Tom kind of whispers from the bench. Sounds pretty sus to me.
Oh, Crazy Tom, you're finally
Abel
talking
was
to us
attracted-
again.
Say what did you say, Borges?
I said you're finally talking to us again.
He's
Talking to you off and on for the last couple minutes.
He's like, sorry. You know, sometimes I just doze off for a bit. You know, but don't worry. Molly keeps me awake when it matters.
Molly?
He says, "Oh yes, haven't you met her?" He reaches into his beard and pulls out what looks to be a very scruffy. You really can't tell whether it's a weasel, a rat, a mouse, or maybe even a really dirty ferret. You know, it's like one of those, but you can't really tell. And he pulls it out of his beard and says, "Oh, of course, it's a Candace. Haven't you met?"
What are you doing with that dirty old thing?
Oh, don't say anything bad about Teresa. This is she's very sensitive.
Oh, I was talking to Teresa.
Who's Teresa? I love Crazy Tom so much.
Yes.
I
A
think
little-
we both need a shower.
I think we all need a shower.
I don't even think prestidigitation could fucking clean you.
Oh shit. So they gonna let us out yet?
Yeah,
We-
they're gonna come back in a few minutes when you guys are done talking. Do you have anything more you guys want to say?
not in game for me, at least.
I just
Out
wanna
of
take a
game.
second- Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, out of game. I was just going to say I've been reading over these. We've been reading over what the guards are saying, and we're coming up with theories.
Oh,
It's a top.
I'm so curious on your guys' theories, but we'll get to that in a bit.
Yes, yes.
It's been since I
It's been almost an hour and a half now.
an hour and a half to ruin the timeline.
Say what?
I have an hour and a half to ruin the timeline.
Uh-huh. I mean, you're mostly in the guild, and I guess traveling back and forth to the guild, that was like half an hour each way, so you've only been in the guild for like half an hour. Well, I guess you only went there one way, so you've been in the guild for an hour.
No, I teleported. It took 2 minutes.
Oh, you teleport? That's true. I
It
forgot.
might take me an hour to
yeah.
get back.
You've been there for like an hour and a half.
I mean, I would probably act with haste.
Yeah.
You know, if I was gonna do anything crazy.
Okay.
So it's like I had an hour and a half to figure out like how do I ruin all of these interrogations?
I like it.
when they were supposed to be happening.
I was so excited to interrogate Satyr when I realized, oh wait, you're not with the group, because I had some fun things to ask you. But oh well.
They're not gonna get anything out of me because I don't remember.
No worries.
I don't know.
So the captain comes back and says they've made their decision. We're going to bring you into the adjudicator's office for his decision.
Well, this is actually giving me flashbacks of the time I spent in jail.
Oh my god.
Well, apparently I've done a good job of it, though.
Nice. Very realistic.
Very realistic. 10 out of 10. Don't like this.
Because we're in the everyone's moving over, I'm just going to move over to the upper jail. Where's the office?
Now in my mind, whoever's been bringing us back and forth is just a bald white dude.
Well, I mean, he also has one of the guards with him, but I don't feel like bringing him. And he also has the adjudicators could be over here, wherever I'm.
With a very heavy southern accent. We are ready to process you, Mr. Richter. Follow me. Ah, hate it.
Okay. Like my adjudicator.
I really hope our theory is not true. Or-
Nope. So okay. The adjudicator says so. We've come to our conclusion. We've looked at all the evidence before us, and we've decided none of it makes a fucking lick of sense. So we've come to a conclusion that one of you must clearly be covering for the rest. So, seeing as how you're such good friends, we don't have any evidence against you, but we have a sure-proof method to decide who's covering for whom. So, seeing as how you all claim you guys are innocent, we will give you the chance to prove it. You will have 3 days to come up with a plausible explanation. And while you do so, you will leave one of your members behind. As you guys are so intent on covering for each other, with one member left behind, if you are unable to provide sufficient evidence, they will bear the punishment for the actions of the entire group.
Oh, come on. This is bullshit.
Can't we just leave Hatchet since he's not playing?
Normally, I would let you pick Hatchet because he's not playing and he can't defend himself. I'm not letting you pick Hatchet.
Damn it.
I think that's the reason why we have to pick Hatchet.
Yeah. 'cause he's not
Normally, I
playing.
would, but for the sake of argument.
Well, you know we all told the truth and that we all had nothing to do with it. No one could have lied.
Or you found or you have magic that clearly can break anti-magic fields and can break zone of truths.
Oh, how convenient. You just make up something that happens to explain it.
Ugh.
I can't do magic at all. I don't know what the
Me
hell you're
neither.
talking about.
Half of the party can't even use magic.
So, which of your group
All right.
will stay behind?
I hate
No
to
one
sell.
will.
I hate to sell this person out, but I know he's our best friend, and he's been with the party the longest, so he won't mind taking this. I choose Crazy Tom.
I second that.
Sorry, are you actually saying that?
I do say that.
The captain looks at you and says, Crazy Tom was in his cell the entire time.
I mean, he's as innocent as the rest of us.
Right.
So,
He's in his cell like every other week. As innocent as Crazy Tom.
So
is
he
not
will
going
be
well for
the
your party.
he will be the most comfortable here,
oof.
and I would not let anything happen to my good old longtime friend, Crazy Tom.
Oh my god.
The guard is shaking your head and says, "No."
Oh, sorry guys, I tried.
Listen, if we wanted to, we could destroy both of you and every guard in this place, but we don't. We don't want to become fugitives in our home city. We haven't done anything wrong, and we've proven that to you in your zone of truth. If that doesn't work, then maybe you suck at your job.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Maybe we should just leave Al here.
I second that, although I don't get a vote because I'm far away.
You don't.
Maybe I will. Who knows? Who knows what happened to that?
What is the purpose
Hey.
of you existing if your zone of truth doesn't even work?
I'm not saying this because we don't have the ability to do great things, but I don't think that is the best way to
Magic
go
good
about it.
anymore?
He says, if you are able to go through our countermeasures, it is clear that we need to up our defenses, and we need to resolve this as quickly as possible. And I see no better alternative than this.
But if one of us could have gone through your countermeasures and lied about it, what stops anyone else that isn't here from doing it?
We have to go with what the evidence we
you're
have before us.
assuming that one of us did it. What about, has anyone visited her recently?
Visited who?
Cassandra?
The guard looks down at his papers and says, yeah, we've had 2 people visit them.
Okay, so bring them in. They're also
We are.
suspect.
They're in our investigation.
Oh, very well. Very good.
But until that is resolved, we need to have insurance policies to keep the public safe.
I see.
This is where Kalila will cast suggestion and tell him to let us go.
Yes. Lucinda at this point sighs and steps forward and says, I'll stay behind.
No.
You hold her hand as she goes. She turns to you and says, ALR, if you're half as good as investigating as you are charming, you will be able to prove my innocence.
I don't care. I won't let you do this. I'll stay.
He says, but how can I...
ALR, you can't stay. You might be the most clever out of all of us.
Yeah.
If you
Hey.
don't want her to stay out, sorry, you might be the second most clever out of all of us.
The more that stay, the less likely we will find out what happened. If you are to... I have faith in you. And she leans up and kisses your cheek.
But
Also the most likely to be able to escape.
we won't.
I know it doesn't
true,
matter
that's
here,
true.
but I'm like pointing that out.
You might not want to say that one out loud.
No, Kalila's not here.
Yeah.
We can't. What? Lucinda, no.
It makes sense this way. Don't worry about me.
It's just for 3 days. I'm sure she can handle herself.
A woman alone in jail, man, with crazy Tom all by herself.
Though she turns back to you and says, though this has been like the worst first date ever, so you will have to make it up to me.
I will. I promise.
You better. And she kind of like pushes you away, gently, but as she steps forward.
I would like to lightly brush on the adjudicator's shoulder and say, if you love me, you'd let us all go.
Aren't you? You don't have the belt on you.
No, but I'm trying it anyway.
Okay. You know
Morgan
what?
doesn't need no belt.
Sure. Go ahead. So sorry. On the adjudicator.
Yes.
Of course.
Isn't that the guy who's telling us this?
Yep.
That's the kind of confidence I want.
You know what? Sure. Give me a persuasion roll, Borges. I'm just curious.
Oh shit.
Persuasion.
I just want us to get an idea of how this is going.
Jesus. God.
And thus, everyone ended in jail.
11.
Shit.
He looks at you and delicately takes 2 fingers at the wrist of your hand to pull your hand off of him. And he looks back at you and says, do you wish to join your friend?
I walk away.
Please take me doing us all a favor.
How? My only question:
Yes.
if it's as we suspect, or as some of us suspect, and the Fates had a hand in this, how do we prove that?
Even the gods work in even the gods' mysterious ways still have logical explanations. If you are certain that a spell of some kind did this, if you can show it, if you can prove its existence, we will accept this.
Well, it's and a red-haired satyr walks through it. Sorry.
Do you have any other questions for us?
Can I have my belt back?
That's been used for evidence. After the case is closed, you can have it back, assuming you are not culpable.
Can we look at the evidence?
Evidence isn't to be tampered with, but if you go talk to, if you down the hall, the professor does have the evidence. With his observation, you would be able to take a look. We would permit that. He gets a nod, guard.
Is there any other resources we can use?
What did you have in mind?
Do you have like sheriff badges?
No.
Oh.
You know what? Actually, that's a good point. He walks over to he gives a clap as the captain heads over, and he whispers something to the captain. The captain gets a very broad smile across his face, and he heads off down the hall for a bit.
Also, oh, go ahead.
No, you can go. This is gonna take
I was going to say, also, we would like access to anything else that may be relevant. You said she had visitors. We would like that information, as well as kind of any interactions she had. Did she leave the prison? Did she receive anything in the last few days?
Sure, we will give you a copy of our records.
Yes.
Also, can my friend's manacles come off yet?
He looks across you and says, "Yes, that is fair."
Okay, just take mine
everyone
off.
just dropped.
I
to the
just take
floor.
mine off.
Yeah. Yep, just.
Okay.
All
It's like,
right.
The adjudicator looks between you and goes, "What the?"
It looks like we are on the case.
Yeah. Let's see. The captain comes back about a couple minutes later. He has his arm across another person. One sec.
I go, we're on the case, and I say, detective gear. Look down and then get really sad.
No.
I really missed that belt.
Well.
Oh
What?
no! I just saw that meme Boreas posted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's a giant.
It's not a giant.
And I very much agree with the objection to that.
Objection.
Okay, so in comes the it looks like the second guard with next to the captain. The captain has his arm like directly on his hand on the other guard, and the other, they're both in the hallway, and the captain is talking with the younger guard, and the younger guard is raising his voice and very upset in the hallway. They open the doors in, and inside, you guys recognize this guard as the one that fell asleep, who was who had his eyes closed, who is supposed to be watching over, as the captain actually kind of forcefully just pushes him forward into the middle of the hallway with you guys, and says, "You abandon your post. You take the consequences. You will accompany this band in their investigation." And the little one pipes up and is like, "What? I have to go with the murderers?
You'll be fine. Just don't get in our way.
What did I do to deserve this? You
Now we have to
abandoned your
babysit?
post," says the captain. "Let this be a lesson to you."
I look at him, grin, and go, "Hey, buddy."
He looks
no.
back between your group and is like, "But just because just because I run 2 jobs, I'm a little tired on my shift, I get murdered. This is horrible. What? This is not fair."
No one's going to murder you as long as you don't get in our way.
He kind of takes a step back from your comment.
I mean,
But
why
you
would
can
we
use that
murder
drink
you?
now.
What could we possibly get from you?
Yeah, you're not as important as say, you know what? Nope.
Of course. The captain pushes his way, kind of bumping elbows with the younger guard as he walks through and takes Lucinda by the arm and starts leading her back down the hallway.
You will give her her own cell.
The guard turns back to her. The captain looks back to you, ponders it for a moment, and gives you a nod.
And
As he
not,
walks off.
and not Cassandra's. That one kills people.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
Oh my god.
And they walk off towards the hallway.
It's the worst.
Sorry, I would have volunteered, but I didn't want to just sit on the sidelines for the next 2 sessions.
I debated volunteering as well, but
I tried to, but they wouldn't let me.
you carry this team.
Okay, so the young guard kind of puts one hand on his other arm, looking a little bit shyly, and is like, so you guys aren't going to murder me, right?
We don't murder
if
anyone
you don't
except
give us a
people who
reason
ask
to.
too many questions.
Well, I mean, it's not like we haven't. You know what?
Shut up.
I'm
just a
Borgas.
You're just a walking badge, okay?
Yes,
Just stay with us,
yes, we
and
need
we
you.
won't kill you.
I'm Borgas, by the way. I extend my arm.
He chuckles lightly, hoping everything's a joke, and extends his hand hesitantly towards you, Borgas.
Forget.
I
Give him a
take it-
Borges hug.
Yeah, it takes 7 damage.
You know what? Yes, I swipe his hand away and give him a hug.
Okay. He's just sitting there like a dead fish in your arms as he's like, what, Are you actually squeezing down hard?
Not too hard,
Okay.
but I do whisper in his ear. Better help us.
Right, of course. He says hesitantly.
No, where's the room with the evidence?
I still want to get his name.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right this way.
so-
And he tries to point, but he's still in the embrace of Borges, and so he kind of nods with his head back the other way.
I let him down.
Okay. Oh, you
Did
picked him up
drop
off his
him or did
feet.
you let him down gently?
Back to be on solid ground. He says, right this way, as he kind of hurries down the hall.
Oh, you know what? One of us should contact our other party members. Let them know what's going on.
we're not in the
Can we-
anti-magic field
can
now,
we
are
get-
we?
You are not in anti-magic field.
Oh, thank God.
The anti-magic field is only in the basement.
I try to contact Seder with my earring.
It is 150 feet, so you got nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I will use prestidigitation and clean myself.
That is great. You do so. The blood vanishes from yourself, and you can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Can one of y'all take notes on the evidence? I think I'll go let Seder know what's going on.
Yes.
I mean, okay, sorry.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to give a helpful solution, but then I realized, you guys can figure things out.
I see. To the evidence. Evidence.
Look at that.
He walks down the hall.
I might know what's going on by now.
Yeah. Well.
Roleplay things because I've got a while to catch up.
Very well. There's a little room at the very end.
Try and think if I actually want to go. I don't want to miss this evidence, but I don't want to leave Seder in the dark. Like Morgas wouldn't want to leave Seder in the dark.
This room is incredibly small. It seems to be littered with items in different places. Like he wouldn't even have like a desk per se, but he's just looking over, examining. There seems to be a small gnome of some kind with white hair that's examining evidence. What it looks like is it's a jumbled mess to you.
Should we start?
The gnome is busy with his he has. Let me go post him in resources real
I'll be
quick.
right back a sec while you do that.
Cool.
Really debating if I should leave right now. I don't want to miss the
Okay.
murder investigation. Yeah, you
Okay.
right. You right.
There's a very decent chance that I will have gotten in contact with you by now. That's why I'm like,
How would you do so?
there's not a single person in this city that knows sending.
There is, but I mean, were you sending
like
when they were in the anti-magic field? Is the thing.
Well, I mean, I would have figured out once they got out. I mean, there could be a number of things that happen in the next hour and a half that could end up with me coming back for some reason. So there's multiple things I can think of that would make me, unless you have something that something that I don't know. That's what I'm like saying that if we go too much further than this, we might end up having to retcon something because of something Stater does.
I mean, my easy solution was just, oh look, anyone can open a portal into the guild hall to give a message if you're in the
I
guild
was thinking that.
Oh right, yeah.
And that's what I was hoping someone would do, but no one's come to that conclusion.
Well, I was going to ask if I could throw a rock or something through the guild hall with a note, the portal with a note
you can't
on
throw
it.
anything through. It has to go through on your person, but your voice carries.
Oh, okay.
Just nothing with substance.
Can we just teleport back and figure it out?
You could teleport back. We have ALR who's playing with evidence, though.
Yeah, well, I don't.
You could, but I mean, you guys don't have to stay together. That's up to you.
Yeah, I just want to hear the evidence because I want to play Detective Morgas for a little bit.
But do you have a detective hat? Is the real question.
I was trying to get one. I'm sad that I lost
That's
the
why
belt.
you wanted the belt, so you could have one. Oh,
Yes. You might have missed it. I was like, detective outfit. Then I looked down and got sad. Dang it. I don't even have a pipe I can smoke.
My favorite part was they didn't even ask about the clothes. You were the one who outed yourself about it.
Yes.
You're like, haha, I will not be suspicious by bringing it up first. Problem solved.
I think I heard the guards over there talk about hearing it, so I wanted to, and I also
I
wanted
didn't
to.
ask you about it in the anti-magic shield.
I also wanted to let them know there's other ways to break through this anti-magic shield, and I didn't want it to be Sin's amulet because that's more important.
Fair.
The cloak I love. The amulet's keeping us alive.
Awesome. In this thing, you do notice that your belt is here, and it looks like the professor is in the middle of examining. What the fuck is he doing? It looks like he's looking at a toy train. He is
Can't you
looking
just
at
use
it
sleight of hand
incredibly
to get your belt
carefully, and
back?
he has a little like the multiple magnifying glass on one eye type thing, as he's being very careful with this toy train. That's apparently evidence of some kind.
I'm not going to steal evidence right in the beginning of the case. That's Act 3 stuff.
Of course, of course.
Oh yeah, you gotta escalate. I forgot.
Hey, Professor, short guy.
He looks up from his little toy train, removes his goggle, and removes. He takes individual care to remove each single magnifying glass. He seems to have like 6 on just one eye, and then he looks up. He looks to be a little gnome with little white hair, who's he's kind of squished into a corner based on the amount. There's just so much stuff in the room that it's a little hard to finagle your way through. It looks incredibly disorganized. As he looks up at you and says, how you doing? What's your name?
Borges.
Borges. Nice to meet you. I'm Professor Who's a What's It?
Who?
What's it?
Who's a What's It? You gotta gurgle the last little bit. It's a bit of a name passed down through my family.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. You just gotta embrace that kind of thing. Am I right or am I right?
I mean, I am named Pigfart, so...
Sorry, did you actually say your name was Pigfart, or did you say your name was Borges?
Borgas.
Oh, got it. He goes,
I get it.
Yes, teased all through school, were you?
I didn't go to school, but yes. I have heard...
School. Higher education's where it's at.
You know what? I'll take your word for it. So I see, have you gotten a chance to look at this belt over here?
You see that it looks like the belt is under 3 other items at this point. It's just hanging out on the side. He says, yeah, I think that's one of the new cases, is it not? I haven't gotten to take a look at it.
Well, that case is actually what we're here about.
Oh, is that so? You'll have to refresh my memory. Which case was it?
The case of us being blamed for shit we didn't do. The murder of Cassandra Delacont.
Did that have a case number?
It's the murder of Cassandra Delacont.
Oh, that one. And he goes in and starts pulling out random items. He goes, I'll have what you need. Just a minute. He pulls out what looks like an item from one of the bottom of a small tower of objects as the tower starts to sway back and forth, as he's apparently very precise at the game Jenga. The tower doesn't fall. It might make one worried a bit. He pulls out various items, and it looks like he has a stack of letters, little pie tin, and looks like to be a stone statue of some kind. Looks like to be of Apollo. As well as he starts looking around. And he also pulls out one more piece.
Does he have the pie?
He had the pie tin.
Pie tin. The remains.
So it was eaten.
And he kind of like shoved those into your hands, Borges, as he goes, oh, one more. And he pulls out a piece of paper from the side, and it looks to be a list of contacts and activities of the Delacont's list of records of who's visited and things they brought. In the past week, it looks like it was looks to be just 3 things. It was your group first, actually, followed by a Mr. Kustos that was only in his log showed he was there for just a short time, followed by looks like Walter, visited her as well last night.
Mr. Custos and Walter.
They're the prime suspects.
Well, I mean, I doubt it's Walter. The butler probably wouldn't do it, right? Would the butler ever do it?
I think I've read some stories where that happened.
Where the butler did it? Really? That's a weird thing to have happen.
Because people don't expect it.
Can't ever trust the help nowadays.
Nope.
Professor What's It says. Who's it? What's it? There we go.
Who is Mr. Custos?
Mr. Custos. He kind of pulls back the paper from you, and he kind of pulls out his magnifying glass, and he starts looking at the name again, and goes, not familiar with that name. I don't know.
Is there a anybody in the town who would know everybody who lives in the town?
Potentially. Who?
Why don't you
Is
ask
there-
Crazy Tom down there?
You know, I'm honestly starting to think Crazy Tom's not as helpful as he appears to be.
Huh.
I know
Don't
he
give that away.
seems like a wise, behind his years
Sage.
man, but starting to think there's something off about him.
What gives you that idea?
Would the guard captain have a good idea of everyone who visited?
He would, but he's in the lower parts of the jail cell at the moment.
Right, I'm asking Professor.
He says, potentially. Seems reasonable.
Okay. Borges, one of us should go talk to the captain.
I guess I can give him a chat.
Can't do it by yourself.
Actually, I would like some company if you are offering to join me. First, do you mind if I copy down what's written in these letters?
He says, no, go ahead.
Can someone who can actually copy down what's in these letters? I pull out my pen and my ink, quill, and papers.
I guess I'll do it.
I mean, I can write just very slowly.
Yeah, I'll take the ink and paper and quill and do all that.
Sure. You do so. Borges, you're still holding the misfit of items. Are you going to leave them here? Are you going to take them with you downstairs? What's your plan?
Not take them with me. I had a couple more questions about some of these items. So it was a pie pan.
A pie pan,
Uh,
a stone statue of Apollo, and letters, as
I
well as the manifest.
can I roll investigation on the stone statue of Apollo?
Sure.
I'm testing its weight. I'm looking at it, seeing if there's any markings on it or anything that seems weird or suspicious about it.
Sure.
And my investigation is I have a shit investigation.
Too bad you're not in a room with someone who has an amazing investigation.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe. You know what? I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to hand it to you. If I'm probably going to be like, oh nope, seems just fine. Let's see. Yep. I'm like, huh.
You're
This is a statue.
As you look at it, you come to a realization. You think it's depicting a humanoid in it.
Wow.
Could
Wait a minute.
It might actually be a person. It might not just be a lump.
What was the statue? The statue at the place where Jacoby got murked.
That was a statue of Mars.
That was
right?
Mars, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I look at the statue and I'm like, could this be the murder weapon?
Oh God.
Can
I want to say I feel like that's a reference, but I'm not even sure about it.
It's not. It's just general stupidity.
Oh my God. I swear that happened in like a fucking Phoenix Wright game or something. The fucking statue is a murder weapon.
Borges, do you mind if I take a look at the evidence?
Sure. I hand that over. I would investigate the pie pan, but I'm feeling pretty defeated right now, so I let that down.
While you guys are doing that, do we want to jump to TJ maybe?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
do
go ahead,
TJ
yeah.
do his
Find a way
thing.
to get TJ into the group. He
Yeah.
hasn't gotten to play at all. Hey
Sorry,
TJ,
TJ.
what have you been doing?
I've been telling Prometheus I've been panically telling Prometheus that his cat girl and all of our friends are stuck in the anti-magic field. I don't know what's going on,
Hmm.
and I'm sure Sabrina would be
Yeah.
as well.
They'd be like, what can we do about it?
Things like that.
There's nothing I can do from here. He kind of goes back. He kind of stomps into the guild hall with just Gary in there, and he's like, he's like, can anyone? He looks at Gary. Gary, Gary, could you go see what's up? Gary kind of gives a little half nod back at Prometheus and says, raises a glass and says, "When I'm sober." Prometheus
Like
just
2
face
p.m. in the
palms.
afternoon. This dude needs to get his life together.
Oh, please.
He goes back to you and says, Seder, he would be like, I don't have many people I can call at the moment. Maybe, my bet is just find out as much as you can and report back.
Me?
Sure.
Wait. Do you not have any way of contacting people outside of this guild hall?
I do not.
Anybody in town that can contact people outside of this guild hall?
I'm sure there might be. I haven't left this guild hall in quite some time, so I'm not too familiar with who's there.
Well, like that there's a wizarding service, or if you have to have
Yeah.
somebody send messages to somebody, or
Sabrina would pipe up and says, yeah, what was it? Where am I? Nope. There it is. Yeah, in the Sorcerer's Rise, they have people that can that can do that.
what's the Sorcerer's Rise?
The same area that has the library.
I guess it's 2 birds.
Not in the library, but it's the same platform. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can't go and deliver them because
You don't have the note.
do they have? Oh right, okay. Do they have other services there?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to see if we can't figure out where everybody is, if they're still in the prison or not. Knowing them, they could probably escape very easily. I'm overconfident in my party members.
Of course.
Not that we can't, it's that we chose not to.
That's it.
Y'all chose a not fun way.
I mean,
Doesn't understand
we
why
could
you
and
wouldn't.
just never be welcome here
Yeah.
again.
Alternatively, if you have something of theirs, we could scry for them. That we could even do here.
Cry for something that I own.
Something your party owns, something of your party members. She looks around. Sabrina.
I check my clothes. Do I have any hair on my clothes from other people? I'm very huggy.
Who have you hugged since?
Last time I prestidigitation to myself.
I mean, you were also in the water at one point, and then.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't think you hugged anyone since the water.
Cloak.
I don't
Sabrina,
know if anyone knows that's there.
Oh, yeah,
Oh yeah.
Sabrina runs off and goes, I think I have something of Lucinda's.
work.
She runs off to her room, comes back. Prometheus starts scrying on it and says, I'm sorry, it appears she doesn't seem to show up.
She's dead.
Or she's in an anti-magic field.
We're dead.
Do you know how? Do you think she's going to be stuck there forever?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you think useful that could help them?
Such as?
Influence?
Sorry, say again?
Influence? Anything?
We don't have that much influence here.
Okay, Vader's gonna leave.
Okay, of course.
Most useless god ever.
Yeah, it's like,
So-
okay,
so-
you're
So Sabrina's gonna pace around the guild,
I
looking for more
will-
objects of Lucinda's.
Yeah, I will say my goodbyes to Sabrina.
Okay.
That I'm going to save my friends. At Jesus. How many people were in the main hall when I walked by that like looked armed?
I mean, when the alarm went off, many people started leaving the upper areas, but I mean, most of the you still had a solid maybe like 12 guards that you passed at least, with maybe 10 civilians, so a decent amount of chunk of people that would still be inside the that did not go outside after the alarm went off.
Okay. Who else is left in the guild hall?
In the guild hall, it's just Gary.
Just Gary.
It's just Gary and Sabrina now.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be really bad.
Why? What are you doing?
Right now, Seder is without options, and her friends are trapped. And she likes her friends. And
Are you going to head back to the jail?
yeah, I will.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm not getting any information out of Prometheus about what to do, so Seder's gonna go with her gut option.
Sure.
Her gut option is to free her friends.
When in doubt, of course. Guns blazing. Let's see. Let me copy your thing so you can.
So by the time she arrives, it'd be about 40, 50 minutes after everything started.
It's been at least an hour and a half before you guys come back. So she was there at the guild hall. She did scrying multiple times. She did talking to different guildmates. Let's just make it easy and say it's been an hour and a half when she comes back.
Wait, because I was gonna plan on like.
Oh, did you have a plan beforehand?
Well, no, but I would assumed that I would have gotten here around the time like Akiko left. I mean, I
No,
don't
Akiko
know
left
that
out super
obviously
early.
with the character, but like
Akiko left out super early.
I that took. So
It was like 25 minutes when Akiko left.
right. It would have been a little after Akiko left, right?
Right.
Or no, it would have been about
You can do all that in 25 minutes? All the
Ryan
scrying and talking to everyone in the guild, and then walking back here?
in the guild.
Huh?
There's only one person in the guild.
Yeah, but I mean, you just talk to them and stuff.
Okay, so
And
I
scrying usually takes a decent amount of time.
okay, so I spent an hour in the guild and then half an hour coming back here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why you're here for like an hour. You come at the same time that they come out from the.
Okay. Oh, hey guys, I'm back.
Well, you come into the guild hall. There's still people working, so it's up to you where you would go. You actually, you know what? If you're heading there, you would probably catch Borges and ALR heading back towards the lower jail. From the evidence.
Guard or my friends first?
Say what?
Do I see a guard or my friends first?
I mean, let's see. You have a large group of people outside talking with guards. They don't seem to be stopping you if you're just heading in, but there are guards outside. During the main entranceway, the room would be empty. If you're going towards the jail cell, you would see civilians, but you wouldn't see guards until other sides.
Is there any like bar doors on the inside of the thing, like something that would like come down during an emergency?
There does not appear to be.
I mean, as soon as I'm inside, I will.
Also, the moment you're inside, you realize there's no alarm going off. The alarm's been shut down for quite a while now. To be fair, the alarm was just people pulling on bells, but shh.
I attack the first guard I see.
The one outside?
As soon as I get inside.
Inside. The first guard you see. Let's see.
I think my friends are being held hostage, and no one's helping me.
So attack everything.
Yeah.
You don't even know that they're being held hostage. You just think that something happened, and no one's told you anything yet.
I have a foreign intelligence, and I'm panicked, and Lucinda's panicked, and I still can't get a hold of anybody. Someone's going to talk to me soon.
Again, there's none. There's just civilians here. So I mean, there's civilians. Are you attacking the civilians first?
No, I'm attacking guards.
You don't see any guards in this area, though.
The
first guard you'd come to would be.
Unless I see my friends, whichever one I see first.
Well, it's depends. If you're heading towards the jail cell, there would be one guard posted here, where I'm pinging. But I mean, if you're attacking that one, you'd be like right next to ALR, and you'd probably be able to hear them at that point.
Then
I mean, if you're going a weird way to the jail cell, you've been down to the jail cells before, so you know the way. Would you be going directly there, or would you be going a weird way? Huh?
I rolled a perception just to make it easy. It's like
persuasion.
Okay. Oh, did I roll persuasion?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that's way high for my perception.
I still rolled 19.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been a non-natural 19. A natural 19.
Right. Let's assume your perception check. Again, so the first guard you would see if you're going to the jail cell would be the one here, but I mean, you would also the door would be open here. You'd probably be able to see ALR at that point. Would you still be attacking a guard?
No, probably not.
I mean, you can if you want to.
Look. Like, disheveled?
Huh?
Does he look like does he have everything? Like, does he look like a normal person? Like
The
like
guard
ALR
or ALR?
I look
ALR.
upset.
ALR looks upset. Yeah, describe your character.
Your weapon on you? Do you have manacles on you?
Nope. Completely free.
Yep.
Right, then I'll go greet ALR then. What happened, guys?
Busy. Others over there. They'll explain. And I point to where the rest of the group is.
That would be me and Abel probably starting to head for the door at the moment.
Yep.
Hey, little one. Long story. They thought we killed Cassandra because she died in front of us. They questioned us, and now we're trying to solve it. That actually wasn't a long story.
Pretty short, actually.
I'm sorry?
How did Cassandra die?
One
She
more
was
time,
cut
you're
in
breaking
half.
up. With a portal.
Where's
She, right now they're holding her until, we get this solved.
Jasper whispers into your ear, "Portals are tasty." Telepathically. Telepathic whisper? Sure.
Might I roll my investigation on the evidence?
Sure.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Yep. So tell me, explain what you're looking for.
I'm looking for, I'm investigating all the evidence for any discrepancies or anything that seems weird.
Let's see.
Minus the belts, because I already know about that.
Yeah. Everything seems as depicted. There, I don't know. There's on the letters itself. There's it seems to be genuine concern from her cousin. And can't really read much into it because you don't really know her that much. From the pie tin, there's a little crust, little hint of blueberry still in the pie tin itself. I don't know what you're tasting it.
No.
Okay, and then in the statue, there's a. It seems to be completely made of stone. Seems to be well made. Has a decent weight to it. It doesn't. Um, from your investigation, it appears to be normal stone. It's smooth edges.
What you looking for?
Borgas gets an idea. I had to roll for it to see if Borgas would get it. But Borgas gets an idea. I say, hey, the snake thingy right there, pointing to Jasper. He likes magic stuff, right? Do me when I was younger, when my dad would take us hunting, we had a dog who would be able to sniff out animals. Do you think he can sniff out traces of magic on items like that?
I don't know. Let me check. And I will repeat the question in Sylvan.
Jasper would be back like, of course. I'm an expert at finding my own food.
Could you find a magic item if it was nearby?
Sure. What are you looking for?
What are you looking for, Borges?
Have him sniff the evidence, see if there's any traces of magic on it.
And
Besides,
don't eat it.
yes, and don't eat it.
These look tasty.
Are you just presenting all the evidence in front of Jasper?
Yeah, essentially.
Minus the belt, probably.
Jasper looks over, sniffs the items, and curls around the notes, and then the pie tin, and then the let's see. And then he would curl up around the statue. He uncurls and goes back to your shoulder, and says, there are small traces as if they've been touched by magic, but nothing has. On all three, it looks like they've all touched magical things in the past, but nothing has. Nothing's lingering and nothing's emanating from any of them.
And I'll give him a little pat.
He goes, hisses nicely.
So what's he say?
He says that there's like traces of magic on these things. They're not like magically infused, almost as if like if I were to like.
Actually, sorry. There's no trace on the letters.
Okay,
Sorry.
But like as if like I were to like cast something on something maybe, and then once it fades, like there's it's almost like there's still a little bit of magic left over, like the weave's been touched.
So
Interesting.
could these have had something to do with her death?
It's possible. I have in Borges has said he's wearing a detective cap. Sorry.
Cap. That makes more sense. I want a detective cap.
And stroking his beard, which I think Borges does have a beard. Stroking his beard, he's like, I shall talk to the guard and get more clues. And I walk out the room.
Okay.
Then I
follow him.
I poke my head back in the room.
Wait.
What?
Who? Sorry. ALR has all the magic items.
Yes.
All the evidence. Sorry.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Got it.
I poke my head back in the room. What am I asking the guard again?
Find out who Mr. Custos is.
Custos. I actually
Cusco?
forgot out of game.
Okay. I'm fine
Oh,
with it.
I was just write that down.
I feel like that's in character for Borges.
Seems fair.
Okay. Custos.
Okay, yes,
I say repeatedly as I walk down into the dungeon.
Does it slowly morph into a different name by the time you
Cusco, Emperor Cusco.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Don't forget that I followed him too.
Okay. So down in the dungeon cell, right down the stairs, you do see the captain who looks to be back in his main office, looking over paperwork.
Captain.
He looks up from you. Oh, you again?
Yes.
He kind of looks up at you and says, "Go on with it then."
I have a couple questions.
Very
First,
well.
How you doing today? Everything all right?
Oh, thanks for asking. You know, it's just no one takes the time to ask that type of thing anymore. Really.
Yeah, people are so busy these days.
I know.
Speaking of which,
Other than the incident, you know, my wife's been kind of nagging on me. We have to go attend her sister's wedding coming up, but it's like 3 cities away, and I just really don't have the time to travel with my job and all. And so she's on my case, and she's all mad at me because of it.
I understand. Alrighty. Well, hopefully you can get resolution and you
I'm
know what?
working on it.
As they say, every conflict makes us a little stronger, right?
I suppose.
Yeah. All right, number 2. Why did you kill Cassandra?
Wait, it's not Abel being the good cop and you the bad cop. You're both the good and the bad cop. I got it.
we're both
You kind of taken aback and says, "What?"
Joking. But I did have a question about croissant. I look over at Abel.
I think it was Cuscon.
Cuscon.
We both forgot.
You guys both forgot.
But you did write it down, right?
Yes, Abel should have copied all the notes.
It's Mr.
Custos. I do take a look at the notes.
Cusco, something like that.
He's looking Cusco. What?
I look at the notes. I'm like, Custos, this name, and I point at it on the note.
Oh, yeah. Sanders and I go way back. He runs security on the western side.
It looks like he was visiting Cassandra recently.
Is that right? Did he come by the other day? Let me think. Must have missed him.
Well, do you know any reason why he would want to visit Cassandra?
Let's see. He does normally work with he does security for the neighbor. What was it? Where did my note go?
What are you looking for?
I'll find it.
Nature's Rise.
No, it's not the one I wanted. I wanted the other one. He goes, yeah. He over. Sorry, what was the question you asked? I completely lost my train of thought.
What kind of business, or why might he want to speak to Cassandra?
Oh yeah, he does security for the nobles up in Darkness Rise, and he so maybe he was looking to expand his business. He's kind of in the private sector. He makes more money than me. I'm a little sad to say, but we've been friends for well, on and off friends in the last couple years.
Government wages, am I right?
You're telling me.
If we wanted to speak to him, where would we find him?
Let's see. He spends most of the time on the job. I'm sure he should still be over there. Ask about him around Darkness Rise. I'm sure you'll be able to find him.
All right.
Darkness Rise.
Darkness Rise. It's the upper level of the main city you're in, Emmenwald. It has lots of nobles.
All right. What was I going? Oh, and what kind of security? As in, he provides guards for rich people.
It's guards and mercenaries, the like. He's kind of gotten a reputation around that he's just He usually charges a little bit more, but he usually what's the word I want to use? He tends to do demonstrations beforehand to prove his worth. He's a little bit showy for my taste, but hey, whatever gets you the gold, right?
Yeah, true. All right, another question,
Sure.
and I want you to really think about this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, says a little hesitantly.
How does one apply to be one of those guards? Because I might be looking for a new line of work right now.
Well, I mean, maybe talk to him yourself. I'm sure he would. He has his own little band of mercenaries. I'm sure that he's usually looking for more recruits. Talk to him about it. Maybe you'll be able to get it in that way.
Alrighty.
It's a bit of a risky field, but it does provide its own benefits, and you get to climb the ranks pretty fast, and does make quite a bit of coin.
Interesting. All right, I do have a couple more questions.
Sure.
It also looks like a Walter visited.
Walter. Was that Cassandra's butler? I believe, Miss Delacont.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, I do believe. He checks his notes and he says, yes. It looks like, yes, Miss Delacont's butler did visit her last night. Came over, delivered some, looks like letters, pie, and a little token from her house.
Do you know if Miss Delacont requested these items herself, or was this an impromptu visit?
Miss Delacont has been asking some very weird things. I've kind of been telling my men to keep a little bit of a distance. Some of my men are a bit superstitious, and weird things have been. This case has been more than a little weird, is what is.
I understand. What kind of weird things has she been saying? Anything?
For the most part, she just stays completely silent. We don't hear a peep from her. We even made sure to have my guards check up on her regularly just to make sure. But during her meditation, she mutters to herself and has screamed herself awake before.
Alrighty. And it looks like Walter brought her a pie and a statue. Does she receive items like this often from him?
No, that seems fairly new. This would be the actually. Nothing this week, but the previous week we've had. It seems that Walter's delivered other food things to her before, so that one's not too unusual. She's used to a different.
And
palette.
did she share any of this pie with anybody?
Not that I know of.
Not even offer a whole pie to herself. How selfish!
I don't think it was a whole pie. It's not clear in the notes, but I believe it was just a single piece.
Oh, okay. That's more understandable. Well, I think that's all I have for you, Detective Abel.
Sorry, I'm writing everything down.
I'm just seeing if you had any more questions.
Not that I can think of at the moment.
All right. Well, we appreciate your cooperation, and don't leave town.
He's like, okay, I definitely don't want to leave town. My wife, on the other hand, he just sighs to himself and he goes back to his paperwork.
Yeah. Well, sounds like things aren't all right at home. I'd start a conversation, but I don't want to hold up the session any longer. So let's
Stop hijacking the session.
Yes, let's say I'm done questioning and jump back to the others. But hold on, I have something for this. Did anybody else hear that?
I heard a click. That's all I heard.
Oh, damn it! I was trying to do the Law and Order theme over the mic.
Oh,
It didn't pick up.
sorry.
Dun
We all
dun.
imagined it.
I heard one done,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We heard a single beat. Is what I heard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the dun dun.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I have two things. One, are there lawyers in this universe for the super?
Some of the nobles do potentially have. I don't think they're called lawyers. They would have their own. I guess it'd probably go under the category of security detail. That probably also help for that type of thing. But there's no lawyers per se.
What do you mean security detail? You mean like bullying governments or like?
Just like people to come to their defense to prove things happen, stuff like that.
Okay.
But that's more like security detail thing. They don't particularly have lawyers.
Okay, and the other thing is I wanted to sneak down during this conversation and try playing that song that I remember.
Sneak down to the jail part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try playing that song that I remember
Sure.
from that dream. I just
Let me change these.
want to know if it does anything down here.
Cool. Yeah. What are you thinking about when you do so?
I'm thinking about like I kind of want to know if like I could if the jail cell doors open or something.
And the
Did I do something wrong?
I'm trying to depict how this is going. So you're thinking about the jail. So are you doing this as a test to see if your music will open the jail doors? Is that what you're trying?
I see like I mean I guess I'm imagining people like walking like through the jails and be free. Like I'm thinking of like freedom and
Thinking of freedom. I'm trying to translate
for
this.
everybody. Like under the sky and grass, like that kind of thing. But it's a little vague. I'm sorry. I don't know what it actually does. So I'm kind of just thinking about.
Yeah. Let's see. You're thinking of freedom and jail things. Hmm. Let's make it easy. Phrase your thoughts in the form of a question.
Would it be nice if I could set these people free with music?
Ooh, I like that. Um, a soft voice enters your head.
Oh, it's a
It says-
Jasper.
It's not Jasper. It says, yes, it would. And then goes silent.
What's that?
What are you doing?
I will play the song again, but wondering who this voice is.
Okay, so you play the song again. And now what are you doing?
I'm asking who that voice was.
Complete silence.
Hmm. I'm gonna play the song a couple times. I'm sure I'm gonna get looks from the guards eventually.
Yeah.
But
You are getting some weird looks from people around you, but no one's come up to you.
do I notice Seder doing this?
You would pass her as you're going back up as she's going back down, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, you might catch it, sure.
Okay. Don't tell me you're talking to dead people too.
God damn it.
No, I'm talking to. I don't know who I'm talking to. But I asked them if they didn't say. Or no, they
We
didn't
tried
say
asking again.
Okay. I do the thing.
You do it again?
And I guess I'll ask. Can you play me a song?
Absolute silence.
Oh, no thoughts. Everybody.
Say again?
They want me to free everybody.
Wait, like a jailbreak?
Maybe you should ask where's the. Maybe you should ask where I can get a good drink around here.
I can tell you that there is a bar on the way here.
Don't you have your
I'm assuming
flask,
there's a
maybe?
bar somewhere here.
Yeah, but you know, you eat you eat steak every night. Every so often you want a hamburger.
Past the bar on the way here.
On the way here is the upper side. Most of the bars are on the lower side. Just they're high class. Let's see. It's not on the way, but it's not terribly out of the way.
Any excuse to go drink?
Start to pass, and then I stop. I'm like, you said you heard a voice, right?
I was thinking about how it'd be nice if I could like play a song and everyone be free. And then it said yes it would be. And then that was it.
You don't. And that's down here. We're in the prison where there's an anti-magic field, right?
Yeah, I was thinking like I don't know, maybe if I played that song that we played when we were in not Ebenwald. The other one. A
Ansible?
Ansible, thank you. When we were in Ansible, that led us to the thing. Maybe like something else would happen.
You don't suppose that voice has something to do with you being God touched, does it?
Maybe you're right.
Do God touch people hear voices? I pull out my flask, look at it. What should I do next? And then I start drinking.
I don't think that's how it works.
The flask does not refill. Sorry, in the jail. Are you in the jail part or are you above?
I'm in the jail part.
It does not refill while you're in it.
I don't hear any voices.
Also, no voices.
I stop drinking. I'm like, well, it was worth a damn shot. Alrighty. And then I keep walking out of the jail.
When you walk out of the jail, it does refill.
Borges, did you find out anything?
Yes.
You say, my thing refills. The most important part.
Yes. Abel and Seder are batshit.
Fuck you.
Okay, we already knew that. What did you find out about Cassandra?
So she did have two visitors, as we knew. Walter, who visited just yesterday. He was the last one to visit her. He brought her this pine statue, but we knew that from the notes. I also found out about Croissant.
Cusco?
Kuzos. Apparently, he runs a security detail in town. The guard told me where we could find him. I wrote it down, but I do not remember.
I wrote it down.
Abel wrote it down.
Darkness Rise?
Yes, he runs security in Darkness Rise. So we have two people we can question. I hate to cast blame on Walter, but he did see her last. She did ingest something that he was bringing her. She exploded from her stomach. I mean, I know I'm not a smart man, but I'm pretty sure food goes in the stomach.
Well,
But we
let's get to
do
it.
have two people we can question.
Maybe we should split up.
Also, the guard is having trouble right now. His sister's getting married, and he can't find the time to leave town. He's getting a lot of shit about it.
Actually, I actually didn't write that down.
Well, it was his wife's sister, so if you wrote it down,
Oh, oops, my bad. I'll write that down the best.
I mean, he might have wrote it down wrong. That's fine. Whichever.
No, I just like it's like an incoherent like mess. That's how I would actually write notes.
Honestly, while you're telling that whole story, I was waiting to deliver the very dramatic, "Did you kill?" I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." Lower the guard and then yell at him.
You should have.
I did. I in canon did. Then I told him I was joking.
I want to try one last thing.
What do you want to try?
Is the captain of the guard down here usually?
He's down. He's down in the jail cell right now.
I'm going to try to play a song.
Okay.
I'm going to try to come up with a song that about a sad lonely cat girl who just wants to be free, and like a like kind of like a mystic tone, like
Mhm.
like you would hear in like almost like a sad, what's it called, I don't remember the type of music, but it's gonna have like that like sad mystic sort of look to it. Try to hold myself with a lot of grace, and I'm gonna try to sneak elements of the main song like
Into it.
into music.
Sure.
In sort of like a performance to see if I can't convince the guard to be more.
With no other words said, only just the song. Correct?
Yeah, essentially, because
Okay.
I'm using my pamphlet, so I can't talk at the same time.
Right.
But I'm hoping I can convey that to the power of my performance.
Ah, okay.
Natural one.
Nice.
Well, I'm in jail
Awesome.
now, guys.
You did a great version of the song. Unfortunately, your flute was upside down when you played it. You didn't realize during somehow. It like a third of the way through the song, the captain puts a hand on your shoulders and says, "Please stop. I have work to do. This is not helping."
Leave. In a huff.
Okay.
I wasn't caught because I would have gotten us all killed.
Oof.
no,
all-
just yourself. Don't worry.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else you guys doing here, or are you going somewhere specific?
I think we should all gather up somewhere and talk.
That would be a good idea.
We could go to the library and turn in that letter. That'd be a nice, quiet
Shit.
place for us to talk.
Well, I mean,
That's
like,
okay.
where we currently are, we need to all get into the same room and decide what we're doing. Because we're
That
kind of
works.
scattered all across this jail building.
Let's do that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, well, we could just yada yada that, right?
I don't mind going over that. I haven't heard
Where's
Sin
Sin?
talk in a long time.
Fell asleep.
Is Sin asleep? I think Sin's asleep.
Akari!
Sin?
Yeah, probably.
Curry.
I almost took a nap. I took a nap at 1.2.
Alright, so let's pretend we're all in the same place. Maybe Prometheus would have some ideas. Should we go back to the guild?
Prometheus doesn't have any ideas.
But now that we know, I mean, we know our mission, we have to prove that we had nothing to do with this.
I mean, it might be about supper time now.
Say
That
again?
does sound good.
I said it might be about supper time now.
We go to the library, deliver the note, and talk there.
I mean, the note can wait. It's not urgent.
We've been putting off this note a long time, and it's only a couple minutes.
Yeah, it won't be that long.
What's closer to
Besides,
the
we
library?
can. we can ask about things at the library. For example, what the statue of Apollo might mean, and
I think
weights around an anti-magic field.
I think it means that she's a follower of Apollo and wanted something to pray to.
Perhaps, but she's been here a long time, and this came the day before she died.
Then why are we going to the inn instead of the library? I'm sorry, I'm trying to follow out of character as well as in character.
Oh, I'm arguing for the library so we can ask questions.
I also agree with the library.
Okay.
You guys are leaving the evidence in the evidence locker area.
Yes.
Okay.
I brush my belt one more time before heading out. Just touch it. Just kind of give it a little pet.
Be like, I'll be back for you soon, my precious. Don't worry.
I was debating using sleight of hand on the belt, but I don't want to get into more trouble than we already are.
Don't steal evidence, Paul. Not yet. That's Act 3 stuff. Act 3.
That's Act 3. Act 3. Don't worry.
All right. I'll wait till Act 3. Well, the second we hit Act 3, I'm doing it.
Well, I mean, you guys get to determine when you're in Act 3, right?
Are we in Act 3 yet, guys?
When it comes down to just hours to save Lucinda, we're going all out.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
No, if it comes down to a short period of time, we will. I mean, I'll try to break her out. And
I don't really want to go back to the guild until we get Lucinda, or Brina's going to be mad at me.
Well, the people at the guild might be able to help us free Lucinda.
Talk to Prometheus. He says he can't help us.
No,
True, but you
didn't
did talk to him with that when
without
you had no information.
Exactly. I say exactly what Bobby just said, but in character.
Lucinda made this choice because she had faith in us. You have to have the faith that Lucinda had in
Can't
us.
misplace that.
In him, I point to ALR. The smartest, most handsomest man here. I don't
Sure,
believe any of those. Should I roll deception?
When I walk in without Lucinda, and I do not like it. I just don't want to see what her face is going to look like when I don't have her sister.
Well, then wait outside.
Well, then
It's
how about we
necessary.
just...
Do you want to volunteer to stay here with Sabrina? Lucinda?
No, we need all of
No.
our brains on this.
We need you, Satyr. We need you 100% focused.
Well, let's
You-
go to the library.
Library first, then the guild.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll move
Sounds
you
good.
to the library.
Are you going? You're not going to do it, are you?
Do what?
The captain did not come with you guys.
Did that one
the other guard should
guard
have.
The
come
other
with
did.
us?
The other guard is following you guys.
He never did answer me when I asked his name.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't even hear you ask for his name. Tinker.
I assume it's just guard 1.
Is his
No,
name Jimmy?
his name is Leonard. With no.
Oh.
Okay.
Is
I will post
Brina
him.
with us? Lucinda?
No, sorry. Neither cat girl's with you. There we go.
Party without cat girls.
Be party members. One fell swoop.
And Hatchet's also with you, but he's not there. So, sec.
We got 2 really quiet party members.
You guys have a lot of quiet party members. You know, I'll post them in. Okay.
I assume we can take the note from Sin since being really
Yeah,
quiet.
that seems reasonable. 1 second, I'll post him in. There we go. Leonard. Okay.
Does he have a last name?
He does not. He's not from the noble family.
Okay.
Sure. So you guys, besides having 2 copies of. Okay. So yeah, you guys are at the library. What do you guys do? And yeah, you can take him, son. It seems reasonable that she would give it to you. Or she'd
Yeah.
turn it in herself.
I don't know. It was handwritten by Prometheus. You might want to hang on to it.
That's it. She has Prometheus's autograph.
And also, we are going to need to use Sen to get through the door, unless the guard can.
The guard can't. Can he has the guard
Wait,
can
are
get you guys through the door.
following us?
Say what?
They're following us?
You have one guard that's following you. He was
We
told
were
to
assigned a guard so
Mhm.
they know we are on a special investigation mission.
and he is really unhappy about doing so.
Because he thinks we're murderers.
He does.
Which we aren't.
Yes.
I mean-
Well, we didn't murder that person.
He's not following me, right?
Say what?
Following me, right?
He's following the group.
Right, but like he is not. No one's suspecting me of anything, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
You are not. Yeah. You are not being suspected of anything.
You are the
Whatever
least sus.
So, yeah, if anybody
Yep.
needs to do something, I am unwatched.
We should have told the guards we were all in electrical.
It. I'm
Let's
innocent,
hope
I tell you. Why
everyone
was
does.
Hi, Index. Long time no see.
Index looks up from her books. She's like, right. was what,
I don't remember.
last week?
Oh. Yeah, I think so. It seems like it's been forever.
She
We
chuckles.
have a note for you, and I go to reach into my boobs, but it's not there. Sin has a note for you.
I'll go grab it from Sin. I assume she gives it willingly.
Yep.
Sin, you're not on mic, are you? Akari? Just checking.
Okay.
Okay, so I grabbed the note. I would like to read it real quick before we turn it in.
Can you read
Sure.
it out loud?
Yeah.
That's probably the
but-
only way he can read it.
Oh, that was. Oh,
Nice burn.
I think you lost a house from that one.
You read it out slowly, Borges. It says, what was it? Let me go. It says, the note says, I owe you the 1,200 gold. Will be a few months before we can pay it off.
Neat. Okay. I hand it over to Index.
Index looks up from her thing and says, "Oh, is this the invoice you're delivering?"
It is the response from the guild leader of catastrophe.
She raises an eyebrow. She takes the note from your hands. To reach it from across the desk, she actually has to stand up on the little books that she's using as her little booster seat. As she goes up and takes the note from your hand, reads it over, and goes, "What is this? What?"
That is what the leader of catastrophe gave us. They seem like a weird guild that we would never join.
Never.
Totally join it though.
She slams her little fist on the counter, and she's like, "If you can't pay, we will take this to a higher power."
Oh, I don't know why you're saying we. We don't have anything to do with catastrophe.
Yeah.
That's them. Whatever you want to do against them.
As she looks at the, it's on your neck, right?
It's on my
It's on his
face.
On your face,
Right
You
under
look
my
at the pillow.
eye.
You have nothing to do with catastrophe, right?
No,
Where is
why?
that?
God damn it.
Oh,
She
God.
sighs. Whatever, fine. We'll give him his few months, but if not, we will take this higher. She kind of she
Understandable.
jumps off. She actually literally has to jump off from her little booster seat as she scurries off into the back to go file her note.
While we're here, I actually have a few questions.
A minute or so later, she returns. She climbs back up on her little seat, and actually takes her a little bit to climb back up. She looks back at you. Questions, you said?
Yes, actually, quite a few questions. You're pretty knowledgeable, right? You're
I do have the entire library cataloged and detailed. at my disposal.
So, oh god, where do I begin? I've actually been keeping some questions in mind. Does anybody else have questions they want to ask before I go on a rant?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I'm gonna go do some independent research while you ask your questions.
Okay.
Seder, you wanted to learn about your snake friend there.
Oh, yeah. I have a snake friend. I think he's some kind of, I don't know, is he like a dragon worm?
She looks over and says, "Oh, that is a pretty mana worm you have there."
His name is Jasper, so he says. Do you know where I could learn about mana worms?
I do believe we have a section on magical beasts. She points you. You go to the magical beast section. Should be alphabetical. Look for mana worm. You should be there.
Thanks. Oh, also, do you know where do you know if there's magic that can go through an anti-magic field?
She looks over and says, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that.
Do you know if there's books in here on anti-magic fields?
Yes, there are.
Where would that be?
That'd be on our arcane section. Again, anti-magic field. Should check the A's.
That's where I'm teleporting to, by the way.
Oh, and one more.
Yes.
Do you know anything about Akiko's family?
Sorry, what's your last name?
Ko.
Say what?
His name is Akiko, and last name is Ko.
The Ko family, you said?
Family, yes.
CO or KO?
Sin? How do you spell Akiko's last name? Oh, did I wake up Sin?
What?
Sorry.
What?
Hey, you're awake. We're back.
Yay.
My neck hurts.
Oh no.
Did you fall asleep on your keyboard?
Kiko was kidnapped, by the way.
I think she was here for that.
What?
What's Kiko's last name?
Kiko is what?
Last name, like her family name.
Do you want me to answer or
Yeah, you can answer.
Nakata?
Nakata.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are at the library now gathering information.
Oh,
And we delivered the note that you gave us willfully, but signature on it.
wait. So what? She got kidnapped?
Yeah, she got kidnapped by the guards of the city.
Oh, okay.
Remember, you were there for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was
Who's
the
Nagata?
last thing you remember?
I think I think it was when you got to the jail, and you met up with Aylar, and Aylar was like, "Go talk to everybody else." Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You
Okay.
just missed me and Abel questioning the guard, and we slightly looked over the evidence. Didn't miss much.
It's been a long week. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
What do you know about the Nakata family?
We have census data on them.
You
Is
know,
that what you're looking for?
I'm more looking for like the local branch of the Nakata family, like where do they live, like what properties they own.
We don't have
Yeah,
like a
but they're
detailed list of that per se, but we do have the we would have like probably a family tree.
Do you know if the city keeps records on all landowners?
I'm sure. I'm sure they do.
Like a Zillow.com somewhere.
Probably actually in the bureaucratic part of the area that you guys were just in.
Of course.
Over the jail. Would have that type of information.
I was basically just thinking about it. I was like, crap. Like,
Yeah.
in real life, like I could get a floor plan of any one of your guys' house, like, like if I wanted to. Most places do.
Yeah. They would probably have like a builder's of the buildings and stuff for. They would
Access
probably have layouts and stuff like that there.
Yeah,
Whiskey.
could be useful.
Say what?
Useful.
Could be helpful.
Okay, I will go and collect the books that she mentioned.
Okay.
Okay, so while he was talking, I already teleported to the anti-magic field area.
Yep.
So I'll be waiting for Seder there, I suppose.
Alrighty. I guess I have some questions then.
Lay it on me.
What do you know about Dionysus? The
Dionysus?
yes, that's the one. The god, right?
Yes, I do believe. She just gives you basically a Wikipedia of Dionysus.
Gotcha. So he's not a warrior god.
Not so much.
Mm. Is he known to have any descendants?
Not that I know of. We don't. Sorry, we don't keep track of that. It's very well known that Zeus, in particular, is pretty promiscuous, but we don't know much about the others.
Alrighty, fair enough. I'll have to find more about that on my own. Okay, what about soul gems? Do you have any knowledge on those?
Sorry, what now?
Soul gem?
What's a soul gem?
I take that as a no. It looks like it seems like items that
Her eyes light up. Says something I do tell, and she has her hand like elbows on top of the table. She's leaning forward with her chin resting up on her balled up fist as she's leaning in.
Well, you see, there seems to be magical artifacts out there we've encountered that contain soul gems, pieces of God's souls that enhance these equipment powers. I had
Do
a
you have
belt.
one? I would love to see one.
I reach for my waist and realize I don't. Again, I had one. Okay, I tell you what, we are on trial for murder.
She raises an eyebrow.
Oh, fuck.
But we didn't do it. I explained briefly what happened with Cassandra and the portal and the guards. I told her if we get cleared innocent, I'll get my belt back, the one that contained the soul gem powers. And I described to her how it can change my clothes and that apparently can make people fall in love with you.
She seems fascinated with all this, and so takes out a piece of paper and seems to be scrawling down notes.
If we're deemed innocent, I will get that back, and if that's the case, you
I would
will
love
be
to
the
see
first one to see it. Yes. So that being said, if there's anything you can help us out with the investigation, any information
Sure, how can I
about
help?
just any knowledge of ways around magic shields, people in the city, the guards, perhaps anybody, anything, even the fates themselves who seem to be involved in this.
Very scarce knowledge is known about the fates themselves. I don't think we even have any books on it. She thinks for a moment.
How old is
She looks
Index?
8. She looks 8.
Okay. I was thinking about flirting, but I'm like, I forget how is she young or is she just small?
She is she
She looks young.
she
That's
looked
good
very
enough
young.
for me to not. So I was just making sure. I was wondering, is she like a halfling or does she just look like a child? Or
She
is
looks
she
like a
just
child. She
Okay,
looks like a
then
child.
I will not flirt then,
Okay.
but I will feed into her curiosity a little bit.
Okay. She's like, what would be helpful?
There's definitely Satyr. I have questions now about Satyr.
Oh,
It's like Satyr obviously doesn't care because she's 500 something, and she's 500 something, which is, I mean, she's the closest person in age to Satyr in the whole party right now.
True. Let's see. We have books on the city. I'm not sure what would help you.
Anything? This is a shot in the dark.
Sure.
But our friend who exploded in half recently received a statue of Apollo. Any connection there?
Statue of Apollo. We have books on Apollo.
Apollo and portals exploding people in half.
I don't know the cross section of that,
But well, what is he the symbol of?
Apollo is it has the symbol of the sun as well as which he shares with Helios. Just pull up his wiki, make sure I got that right. He's also the god of archery, music, dance, truth and prophecy, healing and diseases, poetry. He has a few domains he likes to dabble in.
He's not the god of cutting people in half, though it doesn't appear.
Not so much.
Can you repeat what he's the god of?
Sure. Besides the sun and light, he's also the god of archery, music, dance, truth, prophecy, diseases, poetry, and a little bit of others, I suppose.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's all the questions I have. Detective Abel?
Sorry, still writing stuff down. That was the last time.
Mr. Guard Person?
Leonard looks up and says, what can I do?
Oh, I was just asking if you had any questions. Index.
She looks up. Yes.
Is there any books about not falling asleep on your job?
Leonard just kind of crosses his arms and gives you just a solid glare. And he goes,
I just smile back at him.
Well, Index goes, oh yeah, narcolepsy. I'm sure we have some books on narcolepsy. Maybe it's in the it'll be the ends. You can probably find it doorway on your left.
Good to know. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Trying to think of anything else.
Sorry, TJ said he had questions. Am I wrong?
I'm going off reading.
Okay, let's jump to ALR real quick. ALR, what are you doing?
I'm looking for books on anti-magic field, specifically any weaknesses they might have.
Yeah, you get the full text from the anti-magic field.
Cool.
5e. Yeah.
Oh, so, but I also want to learn if there's anything that can like go out past them.
Based on all the text in there, you do not believe so. But you have proof of the otherwise.
But what?
But I mean, you have proof otherwise.
I did think of another question.
Okay, it turned right to it.
Sure. Okay, Borges, what was your other question?
Are there any books on here on how this prison's anti-magic field is set up?
Oh, that one's a tightly guarded secret, but she kind of looks around and says, she kind of puts one hand to the side of her face and says, we're pretty sure that they have it buried underneath the tiles inside the jail floor.
Aha! I have come to a realization.
The
Yep.
jail floor is tiled.
Under the jail floor itself is mostly dirt over it.
The spell specifically says effects of a deity can pass through an anti-magic field.
Yes, it would.
Spells
Let's see.
and other
Let me
magical
make
effects
sure
except
that's what actually would be in their text. Would they have proof of that? I'm thinking. Give me a sec.
Spells and other magical effects, except those created by an artifact or a deity, are suppressed in the sphere and can't protrude into it.
Well, that's the thing. The artifact is. Are there any other artifacts that wouldn't be suppressed that they would see?
Also, that would mean a Prometheus casting Scry would be able to see into it.
Wait, really?
Yes, he's a god.
He is a deity.
No. But his would. Just like, let me see. Make sure. His magic still doesn't leave his domain. Now, does this scry considered? Oh
boy.
Let me actually take a look. One sec.
If he can scribe on anybody, he should be able to scribe in the anti-magic field. That's the idea, at least. Are our followers part of his domain?
He wouldn't because of the Sin's amulet.
But Sin
Right,
wasn't
so-
at the time. Oh, okay. No, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
What?
I was trying to piece together the timelines, and at the time, everyone was still together for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's vague for me.
With Index giving me that information about the book, I wink at her and I say, when I get my bill back, you're the first person I'm going to see.
I wait with bated breath.
I'm going to bring my books to ALR to help, so he can help me look through them.
Sure. What kind of books are they? Same
This
type of
one-
thing?
Mana worms.
Yep.
And
You
this
have to-
one is about the family, the Nagata family.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I guess I can assist with those, but shouldn't we be focused on Lucinda for now? We have a deadline on there.
Well, we have a deadline on Akiko too. We don't
You're
know
right.
what's going to Akiko if we let her, be around. But we know where Lucinda is.
Right. Okay, I'll speed read through those books and try to assist later in learning stuff.
Sure. The text I've sent you for the mana worms, TJ. That would basically be in there. Also, ALR would have access to that too, if you want it to be public like that. It would be in normal terms. Let me see. Do you need that now?
No.
I'll send it
Okay.
to her.
Okay, cool.
And what do we learn about the Nakatas?
You learn their family tree. I haven't actually written one, but you would see. Seems to be. Looks like it goes back at least 8 generations. Has a long list of names throughout. Let's see. They'd update it every 10 years, so Akiko
would be in it.
Be in there. Would be in there. Yeah, Akiko's in there.
Cool.
Who are her parents?
One sec.
Who are her grandparents? Who are her cousins? Who are her nieces?
Thank you.
and
Thank you. Thank you.
nephews? Sorry, just help me.
Because you guys have to go in like fairly soon. I can give you that list later. let's make brevity's sake.
Fair enough.
I was also thinking maybe we could get floor plans from the bureaucracy place. In case,
Of what?
It came to that.
Full plans of
I'm
what?
talking to floor plans of the Nagata
The
residence.
manor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Potentially you could get that. But it wouldn't be in the library.
Yeah, I'm telling ALR that though.
Okay. I have to go really soon. Just FYI, need to get started on work.
Did anyone want to do any last minute things before next session?
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.